What's up? You've tuned in the Kokomo Press Podcast. I'm your host, Jordan Grainger, and this week I have a very, very interesting panel for you. Yeah, this week I don't have my typical co-host in here, but instead I brought a very special guy from the Outhouse Super Show. Ladies and gentlemen, my co-host this week is Messy Gravis. Yes, he's Outhouse Records proprietor. He's a member of Dwarf Among Midgets, Resin AD, Master Hunter. He used to have Fupa Punch. He's got so many things going on. He's a lot like us. And today on my panel, I have two rappers who have been at Outhouse Records, who have done shows, two people that are very, really special to me. Ladies and gentlemen, the first one is Elijah, aka Erock, and the second one is Ricky, aka the BDR. These guys were great to have in studio. They had both never done like this type of podcast before in studio, so that was fun to be the guy that gives them their first ever podcast. But on top of that, we just talked about so much involving music and the recent Kendrick drop. We talked about Tyler the Creator. We talked about this streamer we know, this girl we know who does OnlyFans. She does Twitter. She does the whole thing, and she dropped her first song, Be Talkin', which we did react to in the episode. We also talked a ton about a bunch of other things, including Ruoff Music Center's new ticket policy. We talked a little bit about the Jake Paul, Mike Tyson fight and how that happened. Dave Coulier and his cancer diagnosis and the surrounding controversy with John Stamos and his bald cap. We talked about the YouTuber who smoked her dad's ashes. And we talked about the UK saying that calling a man bald is actually sexual harassment. We talked about so much. So make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, because we're going to have a fun episode here this week with myself, Messy Gravis, Erock, and the BDR on the Kokomo Press Podcast, baby. Woo!
Warning, this video contains adult content not suitable for children.
There's many like it, but this one is
This one is mine. This is my life.
All right, you ready to start this?
Yeah, I've been recording already.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, we started.
Oh, my bad.
We started a little ahead of time. We goof off. I like to have a little pre-roll. I start it where I feel like it's comfortable, where I don't want anybody to be like, oh shit, I was talking about
I like
something.
smoking pre-rolls.
Yeah, it's pre-rolls.
I talk the same on and off camera.
Yeah.
So if you smoke a pre-roll, is that a post-roll?
Yeah. Pre-roll post?
Malone?
I don't know. If you need an appetizer, if you need an appetizer for your meal, are you gay? I don't know. We don't know. All right, let's go ahead and start this. What's up? I'm Jordan Grainger. I'm the host of the Kokomo Press Podcast. We're hanging out today in studio, and I have a fantastic panel. First off, in the black chair, he's been on many times. You can also check him out on the Outhouse Super Show, or Downtown Outhouse Records, or Dwarf Among Midgets, or Resin AD, or Master Hunter, or probably jerking off under a bridge. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Messy fucking Gravis. Hell yeah.
What's up?
And for the first time ever on the show, I've got two guys. First up, I'm going to go to the green chair. He's very interesting, very funny. We were talking, I saw him at the Marijuambi's premiere.
Yep.
It's the first time I met him in person, but I've seen his name on multiple flyers at Outhouse Records, ladies and gentlemen. Erock, aka Elijah.
What's up, guys?
You want to be Erock or Elijah today?
Honestly, whatever floats your boat.
Whatever floats my boat. Okay.
And he has performed.
Erock
at
Elijah.
Outhouse Records.
Yes,
he
yes,
has
I have.
performed.
Yes, I have.
And then over here in our red chair, it's his first time on the show as well, but he has had blood connection to the show. If you've shed his blood, his brother has been on the show, ladies and gentlemen. Ricky, aka the BDR, in the motherfucking
He also
house.
performed at Outhouse Records.
And let's see if the crowd is interested. Okay, they love you. That's all. Thank you, our studio audience. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. What's up, fellas? This is like a musical podcast. We're all musicians in here.
Yeah.
We all do music. I know I keep saying we all because I don't know if you guys know that I'm a musician. Did
I
you guys
do know that.
Hell of a singer.
I know now.
I was hoping the guitars gave it away, but I do play guitar, not all the time because I'm like,
Yeah, I can't wait for that Great Garden show in January.
oh yeah, hopefully we're ready because everybody's always
better
sick.
be.
Dude, the last month we haven't had two practices because people have been sick. Everybody gets sick. Fucking sick, dude. It's fucking sick, bro.
I have seen you. I've seen a video of you singing, and when I seen it, I was like, I think I'm in love with his voice. Please don't stop singing. Don't stop singing. No,
We're having sex after this, everybody, so don't worry
And
about
I'm
it. Hell yeah, man. I'm excited to have you on. I know you work with Tu-Wyte, who's also
Yes.
been on the show, and your brother has been on the show. And so it's like, and Messy, everybody you've ever met has been on the show. So I'm just kidding.
And he was also at the Marijuambi's premiere.
Yeah, I was going to talk about that. So if you guys haven't seen, I'm wearing my
OG.
lanyard.
I got my OG 150.
We are media, and then you can see right here what says the crew, because I was part of the crew. But yeah, we went to the Merrill-Wambies premiere this weekend. It was on Friday. It was the first ever. I say premiere, but like it's a private showing so that we can still put it at he can still put it on festivals. And
I had to sign a whole NDA over it.
We all did. We all did.
Everybody did.
Yes.
We had to sign an NDA to say we wouldn't leak the plot. So here I am about to leak. I'm just kidding. I would never do that.
My favorite is the guy that drove for Fort Wayne.
Oh, dude, yeah.
That dude made me laugh.
Maybe read the fine print on the thing. If it says no kids, don't show up 2-hour drive with your kids.
That's
Pretty
insane to
wild,
me.
right?
Because it was right when I got there, and this guy had a box cutter.
Yeah.
He was walking up, and he goes, "Hey, can you hold my box cutter when I come out?" I was like, "That's kind of weird," And then I saw him later on in there, and he was trying to split a cigar.
Oh, okay.
And I go, "Oh, that's why you need your box
Sure.
cutter." Yeah, okay.
Just grow your thumbnails out like everybody else. You motherfucker. He's like, I got a pedicure. I can't. Does anybody have a box cutter?
That movie was funny.
Yeah.
I
Oh
couldn't
my
stop
gosh.
yelling at the screen.
Dude,
yell at the screen.
we can be very general. Let me just say, first off, very, very funny, very fun event.
Yes.
I literally, this morning, I found my shirt from the other night. I was like, oh, I got to do laundry. I lifted it up, and it smelled like I was in a dispensary.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, my shirt smells like weed
was-
still
it was
after
a-
days.
I
private
missed out on
screening.
this.
Dude,
man.
well, the good news is, if you missed out, they're going to be doing another private screening, I think, in a bigger theater, even for like $250.
Really? Yeah.
It's not we were at the Maryland Rose Center. Beautiful. I loved it
I
there.
loved it. Oh
If
my
they do it
gosh.
there again, you should still go, but they're going to do another private screening for people to come out. So I think that's December 21st. I know it's right before Christmas, but if you can make it out, I do want to throw this up there. This is a photo of me, just so you guys know that I was actually there. I got a photo of Courtney Richardson, who played a
hosted
major
it.
part of
Yeah,
the
she did
film.
good. She was pretty
and then
nice.
there we are together. And then, of course, that's a little too far.
yeah.
We've got Dwarf Among Midgets.
Yeah. Yes.
Performed other than one guy because he couldn't show up.
Well, I was booked already.
You were already booked in Bloomington, Indiana.
Yep, guarantee money
With Master Hunter?
Thing. Yes.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know that he sang a song saying about how he misses his drummer?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's
I
cute.
mean,
That's
I was
nice.
a little upset.
Yeah.
Well, they were originally supposed to do their acoustic set before the Hooligans, but the
Oh,
Hooligans
really?
drove, so they're like, oh, we'll let the Hooligans
Yeah,
go
go
first.
first.
But the Hooligans had a full ass band and shit, and
Yeah.
like were wild. So then they got up there like, all right, we're gonna do acoustic songs.
The song's about abortions.
This song. So Maddie was like, so anyway, here's Wonderwall. Today is gonna be I don't know. It was fun though. They did a good job. They did clear the room with abortion. That was
That's what Kibbles told me.
Yeah, they
Kibbles
cleared the
told me.
room with abortion.
I was like, that's awesome.
Have you ever listened to Dwarf at all, BDR? Yeah. Have you ever heard the Once an Abortion song?
Yeah.
They were not prepared for that whatsoever.
Nobody is. The hardest I ever laughed, it was we played a Tip Top Tavern years ago.
Oh, yeah?
In Indy, and we played that song, and an old lady laughed so hard, like she was drinking her beer and she like choking and she almost died. Like she had to go outside and she's turning red. And,
my
I'm like,
gosh.
breathe, old lady. She's like, you're singing about abortions in such a lovely, beautiful way.
It is such a lovely song.
it is.
It's
It's
a
very
beautiful
good,
song
yes.
for it being such a like horrible concept.
lyrics.
No, it's funny because I thought like the crowd was going to be into it when Matt. So when we were on the way, I was like, "What are all you guys performing?" I'm asking on the ride there, and they're like, "Oh, we're doing this," and they said, "Once an abortion." I said, "Hold up, you guys are doing Once an Abortion?" I was like, "Pretty
I told that
ballsy."
same thing. 'Cause I go, "What's the set list?" And soon as I heard Once an Abortion, I go,
Are you sure?
Glad I
could've
he was well, it's all age.
Oh, man.
It's 21 plus. And I go, yeah, but still,
Yeah.
people in Indy don't like being offended.
Yeah.
We've established that.
We walked in there, and the first thing somebody looked me in the eyes and said, "This is MAGA country." No, I'm just kidding.
It's crazy. Like Q's in the movie too. Like everybody knows in the fucking movie. You know,
Oh, dude, it was
Shaw.
awesome. It was an
You know.
insane fucking movie.
Jimmy Shaw acted.
So many.
I didn't know he was acting that good. That was pretty good.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I feel like the writing was so good,
Yeah.
anybody could have done it, but that's just because I'm a hater.
Well, the beginning of it, I could tell at the ending. You can tell they were kind of coaching at the ending of it.
Yeah.
But the beginning, his first scenes, I was like, that was pretty.
I don't want to
good.
give away anything too much. I will say that all 4 Kokomo Pressers are in there. I have a tiny cameo. Your guys' song from Dwarf Among Midgets, Cannabis Stream. Now it's just Cannabis Stream.
Yes, Merrill-Wambies movie
Merrill-Wambies
song.
theme song. A band, the Fams and the Hooligans had a song in there, and then we had Brian Allen West played. A character I don't want to give away, and so did Maddie Kroll.
Yep.
So if you go to the next premiere, like the private screening, you will see us all in some capacity. And honestly, it was just nice seeing the group.
good.
Yeah, it was cool. It was like I'm hanging
Crystal.
out with you. I love Quentin.
He's very funny.
Because Quentin was like, "Hey man, I'm seeing all that shit you've been posting on Facebook lately on for Outhouse Records.
Yeah.
All I can say is, get him, brother.
Get him, yeah.
Thank you, Quentin. That's all I
Yeah,
can say.
Steve. His name was in the movie.
yeah,
Steve.
Steve.
The whole night, everybody's like, "That's Steve right there," and I was like,
That's
"I thought his name was Q." Steve Q.
He
Is
was in
this?
our rap group, Fupa Punch.
Like I saw that movie with Denzel, Steve Q, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. John
Yeah,
Q.
John Q.
John Q.
But no, because that was
Fucking kid.
That was one of the funniest things I said, because I'm like Fupa Punch and sometimes Q. Yeah.
Dude, Kibbles was spitting yesterday.
That's
pre-show.
Fupa Punch. Yeah,
I know.
that's
why,
Fupa Punch.
dude,
Yeah.
he knows what the fuck he's doing.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Front,
I don't
dude,
know if I've
like,
ever heard of him.
dude,
Yeah, I was doing the trap metal before trap metal was cool.
Yeah. Well, if you listen to Dwarf, he does rap a lot in it.
Yeah,
Like,
okay.
but more in the older songs.
Yeah,
honestly, I know you guys don't like playing Molesto anymore,
we're
but
getting compared with ICP a lot of Juggalo Nation.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he definitely sounded like he was the fourth member. I ain't even gonna front.
yeah.
Because like I check all the boxes for Juggalos, but I'm
Yeah.
not a Juggalo.
What's the? I know we talked about that before. You are like the least You are the most Juggalo, non-Juggalo.
Do you drink Faygo?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
But I love clowns.
But I love clowns.
You know, I love hip hop. I love rap music.
Fair enough.
Tattoos that are really bad.
Yeah, bad, horrible tattoos. Been in jail a lot.
I mean, like boxes are pretty much checked off.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
110%.
I love hallucinogenics.
Yeah. All the good shit.
Fake fat girls. You know?
I'm excited because like when I originally talked to Messy about coming on the podcast today, he was like, "Hey man, I want to get on before the winter break," and I'm like, "Hell yeah!" But I had talked to Tu-Wyte about you, and you
Yeah.
finally hit me
He
up.
was yelling at me.
And so I was like, well, let me hit up Erock and see if he's interested. We hadn't met formally.
No, we hadn't.
It's crazy. I thought we were going to meet today, and then we were able to meet at the Marijuambi's premiere
That's
last
cool.
night and have a conversation. I was a little scatterbrained. I felt like I was like, because they were in line to get liquor, and they were pretty close, and I just went up and talked to them, and then I went, and they're like, "Do you want to sneak in here and get a drink?" I was like, "No, I'll go." And then I looked at the time, and I had like 10 minutes. I was like, "Oh, I better get a fucking drink."
yeah.
So I was like, "Actually, can you help me out? I'll throw you the cash afterwards." I was like, and so I hope I ended up paying you enough. If you didn't, let me know.
It was perfectly
Okay,
fine.
cool.
It was fun though when you go to the bar. Carrie was sitting by the bar.
Yeah.
So I would go to the bar and go, "Hey man, how many takes for this scene?"
He walked past me, and I had no idea who he was. I mean, he complimented the coat that I was wearing.
Hell yeah.
And you know, I was filling it up about it. I had no idea that he was in the movie.
Oh, yeah.
He was absolutely, and this is no slouch to anybody, because I think everybody did an amazing job.
Yeah.
He was by far my favorite character.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was my favorite character.
Hands down.
Carrie
Oh
was the
my
best.
gosh.
You can tell whenever they wrote the movie that they did a good job together, and that Brian wanted to make sure that he had like a substantial. Because like you watch it, it's a buddy. It's like not a buddy cop, but like a buddy stoner movie, and it's like there's zombie. I mean, we can give away. Like we obviously know it's those
plot
two in the
point.
front. We obviously know that that's Marijuambi's. Obviously, it's
Yes.
marijuana, and like we're not giving away anything from that. But like
Right.
when you watch it and you've seen the scenes. It's really well written.
Paced really well.
The jokes are actually fire.
they're so
the
funny.
bits are good. The acting was phenomenal. Everybody did a good job acting. Even the people I don't like did a good job acting. Like it was great. Like the whole movie in and of itself is great.
And
I think if you've watched any comedies on Netflix lately, like if you've watched The Machine or you've watched, it is better than those.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yes.
it's from like a
definitely
small film in
Indianapolis.
and I hate to say small because but low budget. I guess that's
Right.
but it's better because you can feel the heart and the soul and the fact that he cared about this shit and the people in this wanted this to be a success. And I think that it's a testament to people that they just throw money at and they're like, "Oh, make a fucking film about a story that was a bit on a comedy." Versus these guys, they put their ass in it, man.
I'll be there December 21st.
Oh man.
Yo, you should. It's so good.
Ryan.
You can tell he
so
worked his
good.
ass off on it. That's what I'm saying. You can tell his work. You know, he busted his ass.
Oh yeah,
You know,
Brian
the
Foster.
sound and-
Shout out Brian Foster. Shout out Carrie Owens.
Yeah.
Shout out Deshaun Kelly, who was like assistant director. Shout out Crystal Houston or Huston.
But
I'm
that
horrible
beginning and
saying.
ending song. Like,
Oh yeah. Well, you guys even had a little part in the middle where they just played the acoustics.
Yeah, that's what
right?
I'm saying. Like throughout the whole song.
It was the theme. It's the theme song for a reason.
I noticed that
Primal Sun's on in there. I'm going to be disappointed.
that's our movie.
That's their movie.
We need Marijuambi's lighters.
Oh yeah, we need Marijuambi's everything. Get the merch going.
I want a grinder.
Yes.
I
Yeah,
want a
that
grinder.
cover art of your photo was badass.
Oh yeah, I mean these guys they did a great. I covered up a little bit of it on here. I didn't mean to, but I can actually show. It's a little
that's the
better
whole
there,
thing.
but you can kind of see they have so many. There's so many artistic people were involved in this in so many different ways that like there was no way it wasn't going to be a success. Like it's just
So what was your favorite moment
without giving anything away. I think that's impossible to really say.
before the movie started?
Before the movie, my favorite moment before the movie started, I like the fact that I like that when you walked in the venue, the Maryland Rose Center. Check it out. It's in Indianapolis on the south side, I think.
South side, yeah.
We pulled up to there in the van, in Courtney's van, and I looked at it and I was like, holy shit, where the fuck are we? Because it looks like
they found parking.
It looks like it was packed.
Yeah.
But it also looked like I was gonna get stabbed, like a little bit.
A little bit. But the art was better. You can tell by the art.
Yeah, but it was like
better. You're like, yeah, you ain't gonna get stabbed.
And then I walked in and I was like, oh, this is nice. And then I walked in, they had an art gallery. Like people did art in multiple different rooms. They had, I mean, the restrooms were so interesting. The restrooms were crazy. Like they varied in size from the first one was huge. There's sinks in the back of the toilets. It was pretty wild. It was really nice, man. And then there was like a big room that you walked into, and that was like more art and a lot of the stuff and then there was another room that was the actual filming room, and then there was another room where the music was happening and the bar was. It's a humongous venue.
Yes.
Honestly, I was really, really, and then Stephen Moore,
that's
and his
another
crew. I was like, what the fuck?
That's what I'm saying. Everybody knew was there.
Everybody. And if you guys were at Harvest Fest or if you've been to Harvest Fest any of the last 10 years, he does the sound there, Stephen, and he happened to just be doing the sound from the movie.
That's
awesome. So it's Brian.
Yeah, he knows Brian.
It's all incestuous. We're all fucking each other, and I love it. It's a great thing.
Keep it in the family.
But the movie was great as well. And speaking of Marijuana merch, what the heck? He's got a fucking nice ass merch on. He's got his own merch. You got your own merch site, right? The BDR?
Yeah, I have. This is actually a prototype. I have yet to make. This inspired. I just released a new logo like last month.
Hell yeah!
Myself, and this inspired it. I got this from Lids. One of my buddies is he's the manager there, and he actually is KK Call of Duty. He's gonna be performing on the show.
Hell yeah!
Oh, nice.
Okay, the manager. Okay, so I've went in there a few times, and he was like, "If you ever want,
white dude.
Yeah, he's cool as hell.
Lids in the mall.
Yeah, I went in there, and he was like, "I love your page. Like he loves the Kokomo Press." And he was like, "If you ever want to do a thing about us," I was like, "I don't want to like get you in trouble, bro. Like, if we do something."
I was gonna tell you, I was driving down Washington Street. Last week, and I drove by the Beatnik tattoo place. Yeah, and he has a giant TV screen.
Oh yeah,
and I drove by and I saw Courtney, you. He's watching this.
Dude, I love it. He comes to the mic. Yeah, it's Drew Young, very great guy, dude. And if you like local, if you want to support local, hit them up. They're doing a thing right now. It's like 25% off on their piercings. So if you're into piercings, or you have like a family member who likes to just line them up on their ears or put weird ones here, or hey, maybe you just don't want to pass like the check at the airport. And you're just beep, beep, beep,
so hopefully he watches this.
Where can they find that at?
Beatnik is downtown on Washington Street. I would say, I think it's Washington Jefferson. It's like right on the corner there. Used to be the old Rhino room.
Yes.
That was a
billiard
something.
Yeah.
So they do piercings there now.
Yeah. He did piercings and stuff. Yeah, because I had to stop and I had to get business cards. I was like, anybody who watches Kokomo Press is cool with me.
Yeah, he's cool as fuck. He's posted a photo and he actually bought merch and stuff from the Kokomo Press shop. No, cheap plug. Kokomo Press shop. What's the name of your merch shop?
Oh, it's just used through Teespring, so it's like the BDR shop.
BDR shop, hell yeah.
It's all linked on all my social media and stuff.
Yeah, go check out, because I was looking through a couple of your guys' things, because obviously you have the link tree and everything. Here's like, go check out the BDR on link tree, and then obviously go hit him up on Facebook, man. Add him on there, do that thing.
Definitely.
Of course, it's Erock on YouTube, and check out his full music video for Painless, and then you got a lyric video for Read About It featuring Tu-Wyte.
Yes.
And then obviously you have the Beacon AI. So go check out the Beacon AI. A lot of his stuff is on there. You can see it all on there. These guys are both rappers from the local area, from like Kokomo, right? Are you guys from here?
I grew up and lived in Greentown. Just moved here.
Same thing.
So yeah.
I'm just
I like to distinguish.
Look, you smoke more weed. We get it. I'm a Greentown. I'm just kidding.
Kid, okay.
Unfortunately,
same.
I wasn't born here. I was born in Indianapolis, but I've been here for since I was two.
Since you were two.
Yeah, so I'm Kokomo.
Yeah, but either way, still Indiana, still born and bred, and like the hip hop started in Kokomo.
Yeah.
So.
And I don't know if I could even call myself a rapper, because a lot of my music has become more melodic.
Now. Yeah, I listen to Painless.
Yeah.
It's Painless, right?
Yes.
And the song that I looked up for yours is called Fear, right?
I assume so.
Fear?
Yeah,
do you have a song called Fear?
Yeah,
Fearless? Fear?
It's called Fear.
Fear, okay.
My Fear, yeah.
That's the one I listened to. So Fear, Painless. I'm like looking at it, I'm like, these guys are tortured.
Yeah, I was saying,
He's tortured by fear. He's tortured by
emo as fuck.
And then yours is called what? Pussy Lips or something? I'm just kidding.
Pussylips.com.
Dude, it's so funny because this is like inside stuff, but like I think the first Fupa Punch song I ever heard was a diss song. It's a diss track to DJ Cabby. And then when he opened the Outhouse Records, I looked around and DJ Cabby shut up, and I was like, "Oh shit, Fupa Punch about to go on stage!" I was
awesome.
Like, old hat.
He came back and he apologized and stuff like that. So I was always cool with you. Just you talk shit about me, and I'm gonna write a diss song. That's how we
Nice.
do it.
My real question is,
he caught me at the wrong time.
how you gonna do hip hop and use the N word?
Yeah.
That's my question. Isn't that what he said?
Well, yeah, he called me racist, and I used the N word all the time. I go, no, when I ever
What are
use
you
the
talking
N-word.
about?
Oh man.
I go,
Like
what,
which words? Neighbors? Nincompoop. I love it, man. But check out It's Erock. Check out the BDR, man. Go find them on all social media platforms. I know you guys are both on YouTube. It's easy to find as
YouTube's the
fuck.
best way because I have I have copyrightable stuff on there, like freestyles and shit that
Nice.
I can't post on like Spotify and stuff.
You're on Spotify and stuff,
Yes,
right?
yeah, you
that's all.
can find, man, if you're out of country, you can find me on Deezer.
Yeah, you're everywhere. You guys
Yes.
like, I put myself out there.
I brought
Yes.
a Master Hunter track if you want to listen to it.
You got a new Master Hunter?
Yeah, I got a
Oh
Master Hunter
shit! I
track.
can probably pull it up. I gotta put it on here though.
It's on my phone. I have to send it to you.
Oh yeah, send it to me. You have an iPhone, right?
No.
All right, grow up. Yeah, email it to me real quick.
I love their computers, but I hate their phones.
Yeah,
Apple.
I love their phones because we're literally AirDrop saves my fucking life constantly. Like having an iPad and going into an iPhone, it's like I can last night we did the show. I can literally put the stuff on my iPad, and by the time I get home, it's already on my phone, and then I can just literally message it to everybody through my phone because we have iPhones.
It's the only thing nice about iPhone, in my opinion.
Yeah, but if you share as much like music and files as I do, it's so much. It's
And
like
Dropbox.
there's-
Is it-
Yeah.
Dropbox just it takes forever to load on that shit.
What about
That's
WeTransfer?
fucking crap.
And then I use
WeTransfers too. It takes forever to load.
Google
whereas-
Drive. We just throw it on Google Drive.
Google
and then-
Drive, you can share.
Fair enough.
Yeah, there it is.
So is it about the iPhone? Does iPhone keep the files cleaner and more organized for you than?
Oh yeah, iPhone in general. Part of it's the iOS, just knowing like, oh, I'm comfortable. I've used this enough that I've and part of it's that, but another part of it is just the fact that I'm so fucking old. I had the Blackberries.
Oh yeah, I love the tactile.
I do like that.
BlackBerry. I love the tactile.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
I thought I was a president.
Phone.
Yeah, what'd you have?
No
Razor.
fucking idea.
Razor.
Boy,
Yeah, the
the
Razor.
chocolate.
I was an Obama phone when those got super.
I went through like 30 razors, the Motorola razors.
It probably
the
was
flip
that.
ones.
The Envy, the flip open and have
Yeah,
the
yeah.
keyboard, but you could close it and have the keyboard on the top.
The type of girls I liked in high school also went through a lot of razors as
Dude.
well. I don't know.
Same.
Hey, if you got
Same.
scars, he's down.
These scars remind us the past is real.
Stuff happened on that phone.
6
So
feet.
stressful.
We can't help ourselves. Sorry,
It
guys.
is not.
I remember getting in a fight with a buddy, and my mom was like, this was like 4th grade, and she's like, get your ass out of here. And I'm like texting like 16 buttons. I'm like, I
Oh, the
will
T9.
be there. It's like,
And then you could be mad at it at that same phone, be walking across the field, chuck it because
Oh, yeah.
you're mad at it, and then go pick it back up and finish your message.
Oh, yeah.
It never happened at all.
It's the screens. They didn't have the screens aren't made the same way
And
now. It's all touch
I've been doing
screen.
things with this phone at Master Hunter shows where I'll go live
Yeah.
and I go, who wants to hold my phone in the middle of a mosh pit?
Oh shit!
And it still hasn't been fucked up yet.
There you go.
Oh, that's
I've done like
nice.
2. You know,
I've never
nice, yeah.
broke a screen on my phone
because I got screen protector and that on it.
Everybody always
Yeah,
thinks
it
it's an
might
iPhone
not
breaks
have.
and shit, but like it doesn't if you put an OtterBox on it.
Yeah,
Like I always
exactly.
do.
Yeah, just get a
True.
screen
Makes a
protector.
difference.
No, I'm always. It's such an investment, man, and it's so important in my life. Like I use it for I'm like editing videos at
Yeah,
work.
me too.
I'm
Yeah,
like
I do on phone.
listening back to comedy things to get better. Like and my phone is like a lifeline. If I don't have that shit, it really like can affect my entire day and my productivity goes down. And between my iPad, my iPhone, my iReady, I just throw an I in front of something, I'm gonna fucking buy it. All right,
Fair
just throw an
enough.
I. In
And see,
front of
I
it.
didn't know that until Maddie was teaching me how to edit. You have to edit audio for phones,
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
You know, because you play some other shit, it's gonna be all blaring, nasty. You know, like video quality. That's this kind of font with that. And I'm like,
Right.
Jesus.
Let me play a little bit of this Master Hunter real quick. We'll talk a little bit more in a second, but let's all listen a little bit to Master Hunter today.
It's called The Seed.
All right, guys, never mind. We're not going to listen to Master Hunter anymore.
wow.
That's all you got for Master Hunter.
Yeah, you have to buy.
That's all you need.
I'm just kidding. Here we go. right, there we go. We got a little bit of mastering. It's called Seed.
Yeah, the song's called Seed.
Seed.
Coming off her album Kill Plot.
Kill Plot.
Yes.
Kill Tony. Kill Plot.
Exactly.
Hell yeah, dude. I like that. I was digging the vibe of it. Who's recording it?
Scooby.
Scooby
and James, the bass
How'd you get so quiet? My bad. Go ahead. Say it again.
Scooby and James.
It's my fault.
Yeah.
I had to do who well. I don't know how the fuck that. I went to press mute to and then I was like, I don't know why I'm doing all this.
Yeah, James, my bass player, James Gates, he basically records and then sends the tracks to Scooby, and Scooby mixes it and edits it and stuff.
Scooby Doo is it?
Yeah,
Scooby Doo's it.
Michael Lisby. He used to be in the band called Beyond Agony and different bands. He knows Damn Us All.
Oh yeah,
Herschel guy. That's another. That's gonna be a show. That's gonna be nice coming up.
Let me go ahead and I'm going to throw this on here. This is Erock and Tu-Wyte Raps Good. Read about it. So check it out.
Yeah.
This song goes out to all the hoes. I'm just kidding.
Yo, bring your own blades.
About me, level up and plus, well, here they come. I should do them how they do me. I heard they see right through me. I move beyond the pillar, the piston. They steady coming with that extra. Don't even think about it. Clip them extended fire, breathing. I threw a ring around and think I see them blasting through me. Nah, I won't think about them. I'm into pushing the agendas, won't let them break around me, shoving, eating every direction to keep the snakes up off me, forming from dittos that claim we straight. When the pressure get the thumping, you'll find them ducking out the race, no trashing time, pick up the pace. Bitch, I'm trying to be a great. Took blessings from my mistakes of getting paid. They call me lame, overcoming, it's all the same. The grass will always cover these snakes, so bring the rain.
Go check it out right now. Listen to the rest of it after you listen to this podcast, or just come back to the podcast. It'll be here. Read about it, featuring Tu-Wyte Raps Good, aka Tu-Wyte, aka Nicholas Stevens, aka he's been on this podcast before. I still have the screen up for no reason.
So who do you guys know for the marijuana premiere, or you just heard about it?
So Nick had actually he had gotten another ticket and he had invited me to it, and so once he told me about it, I started digging into it and figuring out what about it.
Also Nick Tu-Wyte, he actually did his last music video with Brian Foster. Brian Foster did his music video, so he was there to support his guy.
I was like, how does Nick know him?
Well, I can't remember the name of the song, and I would look it up because we did a premiere for it on Ultra Joyed. I actually did the day it came out. He came on the show. It did a phone call on his way back from the studio. Actually, I want to. Do you have a particular song we want to throw up for you?
Fuck it, Paranoid.
Let me see. Is it on
Sabbath?
YouTube?
Yeah, it's on Mixed Bag of Emotions.
Mixed Bag of Emotions.
That's an album that came out beginning of 2023. I've been working on this new album for 2 years almost.
I like that you played last night, and you have that song Why You Running From Me, or
that's honestly probably my best song. It's still not released.
I like that.
Why You Running?
You haven't recorded it?
But
I haven't recorded. I almost have the entire album recorded, but my biggest critique I got from my first album was the mix and mastering, because I did everything, beat and everything by myself.
Oh yeah, it's tough.
I was completely self-taught, so I've learned everything off the cuff.
Yeah, you got to. That's the way things are.
DIY, baby.
This next album, I wanted to invest into it.
So who did you? Who did your CBG?
Yeah, so CBG.
Okay, I wondered.
So
I can hear it.
The last couple of
does a good job.
Songs that I've done and released this year, CBG, Challenged by Greatness, Melvin Oaks has
Entity Studios. Check him out. Very good.
Studios, very, very good. And he's very, very nice, and he treats people perfectly, which is
he's the sweetest guy. He's been on the show. He was on the show with Tu-Wyte before, so he's a very good guy.
But I had to do the same thing for Painless. You brought Painless up. Painless is mine. I did that.
Yeah, you know I think it's the right, because when I'd never done a podcast, never done any of this. He can attest. We did a whole group that we did music, we did live shows. I never learned any gear, so I learned gear to learn how to do this podcast, and now I'm doing it for our shows, and it's something that I think you build upon over time. And I think at one point you get to the point where you're like, am I going to continue doing that, or am I just going to pay somebody that knows what the fuck they're doing?
Yeah.
And I think there is that switch in your head where somebody like Maddie,
but then you get scammed
just learn
too.
It can happen.
I said you get scammed. That's what I said. You have to know at least somewhat about it.
Money before,
bro. Thousands.
I've done it.
That's where you create a community of artists. This motherfucker. All right, well, don't do any shows that out. I'm just kidding.
Podcast. Don't do any podcast.
Don't do any podcast. But here, let me go ahead. Let's go ahead and put Paranoid from Mixed Bag of Emotions by the BDR. We're gonna listen to a little bit of that right now. So you guys listen to this.
Thousands.
Yeah.
Thousands.
spending every night up to be great. Sometimes the pen is a measurable weight. For myself, just write my life away. Pray to the higher being that all is okay. Friends gas me up, but in tongues is what they say. Do they believe in me? Want to benefit off my pay? No matter my circumstances, never left no way. When it comes to rap dead alive, I'm here to stay. I know my haters want me to fade away like a Kobe shot, but that's okay, cause I know I slay away like a demigod. Grease what's in the cooking tray, you can't just wash me out. And I'm losing patience, homie standing behind or adjacent, them in front to help lay the pavement. So I stay invested in the betrayment of me, like my name's laid in cement in the street. Strong. Every day I feel this unmistakable void, feeling like Sid is using me as a toy. Guess you could say I'm worried paranoid. Guess you could say I'm worried paranoid. Every day I feel the unmistakable void, feeling like Sid is using me as a toy. Guess you could say I'm worried paranoid. Guess you could say I'm. And every day I feel the pressure to music. I love it so.
I hope you guys enjoyed that. That's the BDR
yes,
Paranoid.
Sir. Yes, sir. I like that.
Yeah.
So would you are you listening to any of the new albums that have come out the last couple of weeks? I mean, they've got the new Tyler album. You guys interested in Tyler, the Creator, at all? Do you guys listen to that?
See, I don't listen to his music regularly, but I love that dude. It's so weird. I don't know why
he's a weird guy.
I'm kind of in the same boat. I don't. Kanye.
What about the new Kendrick? You guys didn't listen to that?
I listened to the whole album.
It's on my to-do
whole
list.
album.
On your to-do. I wonder. I'm like, there's some big things are happening in hip hop right now, and it's like right towards the end of the year. I know. I'm a huge Tyler fan. Huh?
Is it Lil Wayne beef coming up?
Lil Wayne, maybe. I mean, that was Kendrick threw that out there.
Lil Wayne,
he did respond.
Calm down and sit down.
Nah, Lil Wayne's got this, baby.
Lil Wayne.
Right,
Lil Weezy.
I mean, that's like one of the goats of rap.
He can be.
Yeah.
He can be a goat, but the thing is what has he done for you lately?
Exciting things are happening at the Kokomo Press. Yeah, very exciting things. Not only are we bringing you comedy shows, an open mic once a week, skits, videos, funny jokes on our page, and satire news stories, but now you can support us by going to kokomopress.shop. It's that simple. You go to kokomopress.shop, you find a t-shirt, you find a hat, maybe in the future some stickers and some posters. You go on there, you buy one of those from us, and percentage of the proceeds will go to us and help support what we do. We appreciate every person who just likes, subscribes, does all that. But if you go to kokomopress.shop and you buy something, we'll know who you are. You send us a photo of it. We will post it on our page and shout it out. Thank you so much. Go to kokomopress.shop, buy all your shirts and hats needs, and support the Kokomo Press. Thank you guys so much. kokomopress.shop.
24. What has Lil Wayne done for you versus what Kendrick
Are we ignoring legacy here? Is that what we're doing? Are we ignoring legacy? Hey, I like you, Erock, but we can't ignore legacy.
I'm just saying.
Have you ever heard Saturday Mornings with Corday?
Kendrick Lamar has single-handedly, just like DaBaby did with some of his music, put his music, and his music is running through elementary schools.
Yeah.
No, it is bled through elementary schools
Kendrick's
right now.
blow up right now wouldn't happen without that beef. Drake doesn't happen without Lil Wayne putting Drake on.
Well, the NFL wants to make as much money as they can.
Yeah.
And Kendrick should definitely be in the Super Bowl. That should not be a debatable thing.
And there's be no MGK if there was for P. Diddy.
Exactly.
Facts.
He always looks loaded up in his music videos.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's the thing about music is, and it's the thing about, like, if you've never heard a chord, you've never heard a bar, you've never heard a note that somebody else hasn't already played, listened to. So the thing about music is it's a building block of everything. And to me, when it comes to Wayne and the type of rapper he is, he created an entire genre of rap that persisted from him doing a little bit of this and that in the beginning with the Hot Boys to becoming like he was like a kid. He was a fucking
14,
kid.
15 years old.
And tiny, and then turned that into basically creating mixtape, turning the mixtape market into something insane.
50 Cent had something to do that too.
Of course, he did a great job, but nobody worked harder in mixtapes than Lil Wayne. Everybody knows that there's like 500 verses of the same song because of him. Yeah. And then you'd push onto that, and then you get people like Kanye who did a lot with Lil Wayne and learned a lot, and then Kanye's babies, and then you get. And then, I mean, it really just, it blows up so much. I mean, Lil Wayne had so much. I mean, Lollipop was probably the biggest song on the planet when it came out. Like, I remember that song was everywhere. A Milli, like, just different shit.
The Carter 3.
Oh, in and of itself.
Oh, my gosh.
And I mean, I'm always a fan. Obviously, a lot. I feel the same way about Eminem as I do about him. Yeah, there's like a song or two on the album, but I'm not listening to the whole fucking album. This new album, I'm not interested in an Eminem album. I'm just not anymore. I'm just not.
It was a solid 7.
I agree with you.
But this Kendrick album, I'm going to listen to a lot, and I think you're right on that. But at the same time, Without Wayne, without these other guys, I don't think there is a Kendrick in the way that he is now. The seriousness of what he gets into.
The new Kendrick album is like 44 minutes and some seconds long.
Mm-hmm.
It's that is you know what?
What's your favorite track?
Do you
have a favorite?
There was one that
I like Peekaboo.
The first, there
was on CDs there were hidden tracks in the beginning of albums.
Mm-hmm.
I just found that out not too long ago. What?
Yeah,
because we always fast forward to the end of the album.
Yeah,
I never thought to rewind it.
I like
the beginning of the CD.
Obviously, the Heart Part 6 is it's really really fucking good. It's probably the best song on the album. But I hate Squabble Up. I think that song is garbage.
You didn't like Squabble Up?
No, I hate it. Squabble Up.
Can't express an opinion.
Reincarnated.
The album.
Yeah. You'll have to listen to it and let us know what you think because it's interesting. I mean, I like it. I do think it's annoying that as soon as it came out, and this isn't a shot at anybody, but a bunch of people are. I think even Tu-Wyte had said something on like, "There's no features," and I'm like, motherfucker, nobody puts the features on the first because they want you to listen to the whole album.
Right.
So they're not going to. And then you listen to the album, there's so many features.
There's so many.
I think it's a call to people. They look at it and they're like, oh, there's no features. They listen to a couple of songs. Maybe there's no features in the beginning. Yeah. And then you get to the middle, and I think I heard SZA in there. I think there's a lot of people.
Yeah, no, there's plenty of people. But at that same point, Kendrick can do that.
Yeah.
He's probably at a level where he's capable of doing that. And I mean, I definitely want my features.
That Tyler album, let me say, do not sleep on that Tyler album.
Yeah, I haven't listened to that yet.
It's so fucking good. I think it's better than. I mean, so far it's better than this Kendrick album. Like it's not even close. I think it's so good. Like the thing about Tyler that's different than everybody else is he produces right. He does his entire album like Kanye. He does it all on his own. Mm-hmm. Like Frank Ocean does the same shit. They do it all on their own. So you'll be listening to like you have your song's called Paranoid. Well, he has a song called Noid, which is paranoid. Right. And it's like the song before it'll be like he's like I'm paranoid now because he's something. I'm paranoid now because I'm paranoid, and it goes in the next song, and it's like that's the difference between a lot of people. That's why when Kendrick put out Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, that's why I fucking thought that album was a masterpiece. Right. Because he thought between the songs. A lot of artists don't think between the songs anymore.
So
they're just like next song.
Flowers for that because the death of Slim Shady. Like honestly, part of it was pretty corny. If I'm being frank, but like the transition to be able to listen to each song, like it flowed as a continuous.
That's one of the reasons I listen to
and
it.
You can
full body of artwork right there.
And if you knew, you can listen to that backwards, and it tells a completely different story.
Yeah.
It's like instead of Eminem killing Slim Shady, it's Slim Shady killing Eminem.
Yeah,
which I thought was really cool.
He's always been pretty good at doing some of that. Like he's not been bad at it. This was more of a concept album than the Eminem album. But I guess what drove me crazy is like I listened to like the first 5 or 6 songs and he mentioned Caitlyn Jenner like 5 or 6 times, and I'm like, bro, stop talking about.
Find something else. Almost.
And I knew he was trying to do like Slim Shady's crazy. He's saying crazy shit. And I'm like, yeah, but like there are other trans people.
Creative, though.
You didn't see him making fun of Elliot Page. He ain't saying shit about Elliot Page. Yeah. He's got a pretty big following. I don't think he wants to fuck with Elliot, but Caitlyn's easy target. I feel like M back in the day when he'd hit somebody, they were on top. Like if he was gonna hit NSYNC or Backstreet Boys, they were actually on the top of the charts when he was doing that shit.
He was with on top. He's on TRL with them too.
Yeah, and talking shit to their face. Christina Aguilera was huge when he was beefing with.
That's about Chris Tyson.
So for Eminem, what would he have to do to help the older fans be more enticed to watch him?
Well, I think most of his fan base.
I like what he was doing with the AI. He was fucking around with the Slim Shady.
I think most of his fan base are people that. I don't think there's not. Do you think there's a lot of new rappers coming up that are like, I love Eminem that don't have an old head in their ear? Like, I don't know anybody. Like Eminem's not. He's great to his. He has his.
So it's like LeBron James said Michael Jordan.
Kind of. Yeah, it's very similar. You're right.
You say yes, but I almost think it's a Midwest thing in that case. Like if we went over to Montana, like
true.
How many people from Montana listen to anybody? That's like
I know, they listen to Upchurch up there.
Jelly Roll.
Well, put it. The age group of Juice WRLD, like, I mean...
Juice WRLD's a different monster.
Yeah, Juice WRLD, and one of his favorite artists, he'll said it multiple times, is M.
Yeah.
Trippie Redd gave M flowers. Every hot artist is giving them their flowers.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. They also say the same thing about Kanye. They say the same thing about Lil Wayne. Those guys were all the generation before that they did, like, kind of leech off of it. And, like, even people... Like, you hear a lot of artists now that are huge fans of Drake, and if they're fans of Drake, they came from Lil Wayne. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the thing about building all this shit, and that's the thing about music is like everybody has an OG. Like that's the thing about you have somebody co-sign you, and that's how you kind of get into it.
It's kind of like pro wrestling back in the day. You couldn't be until someone put you over.
I mean, you needed somebody to tell you to say this is the guy.
Needs to be the champion, and he's on let you win.
Who's Kendrick's OG? Do you guys know?
Dre.
Dre. Yeah, that's what I would say too.
Most of our hip hop today has came from NWA.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But what about Jay? Is it J Rock? Is it J Rock that he fucked with? He talked about it on this album. He was talking about. I think it's Is it J Rock? Oh, you're Erock.
But you ever watch that Surviving Compton with that girl? She was the or what's her name? She was a Dre's artist.
Yeah.
She had the high pitched voice like that.
I can't remember.
And like basically, she made a movie called Surviving Compton, where basically like Dre and she had a baby with Dre and Suge Knight.
Oh shit!
Oh my god!
So she has a crazy story.
Oh my god!
And the shit with Dre is like Dre's very abusive.
Yeah.
You know, and like he beat the shit out of her. She would take painkillers on his way home.
Wow.
Knowing she's about to get an ass beating.
That's insane.
You know?
Jesus.
Wild.
And I was like, Dre's like, they just let it go. It's
Still Dre.
Yeah, still Dre Day.
I mean,
and I was like, God,
He should have been smoking more chronic and chilled the fuck out, maybe.
But I figured he would litigate it or anything. No, just let it go, man.
Yeah, she don't matter.
I'm too big for this shit to care.
Because it's funny because if you watch Compton, the actual Compton movie, they cut her out. Like you don't mention her at all.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
she's on the label with the NWA and all that shit. You know,
Wow.
but she don't exist.
The more you know.
The more you know.
I didn't know that. That's crazy.
The more you know.
Yeah,
with
but imagine
Messy
that. Imagine
Gravis.
having a kid with Suge Knight though.
Yeah.
And she said Suge Knight treated her better than Dr. Dre.
Oh my gosh.
I don't think that Rob Van Winkle would say the same thing. But, fucking Vanilla Isis.
I love Vanilla Ice. You know why first I fell in love with Vanilla Ice?
Why?
Ninja Turtles 2, Return of the Use, Ninja Rap. I was a little kid. I got the rat tail and the Vanilla Ice stripe beside my head.
You
Screaming
would.
Ninja Rap.
You would.
He has one of the funniest interviews when he's getting asked about the Suge Knight. You can just see how angry
Oh, he was scared.
is.
He was so
He's
scared.
like, and that man, he took my money. I'm like,
you can listen to Ice Ice Baby. The beginning of it sounds like him. But like the second and third verse sounds nothing like him.
Yeah.
You know, he's like rapping Nilla with a 9. I'm like, you don't have a 9. You know, like you're Vanilla Ice. You know? He's like, I sell it by the gram. Like,
He was talking about
don't.
He's talking about a 9 iron. He's a really good golfer, actually.
Not
And the
wedge,
gram,
not the
he
wedge.
was selling baby oil to Diddy.
Telegram.
Yeah, Telegram.
oh my God.
I can't go much further without mentioning last night we did have a fantastic show in Logansport, Indiana. I had such a wonderful time. I'll throw this up there. This is fun. This is me in the bathroom after taking a shit, realizing that I'm looking at a picture of myself while I'm taking a shit. And then this was so it was in a tent outside.
Weird.
So, and it was fully, this is our headliner, Julie Heckman, very hilarious. There's me and Belle laughing and clapping. Brian Allen West, Max Haddad from Indy was there. The crowd was crazy, but you can see it was a wild ass fucking night. And then Sean D, shout out to Sean D. It was his first feature set ever.
Somebody else's kid.
With somebody else's kid. But it was such a fun ass night, dude, in Logansport at the Science Project Brewing Company. Thank you guys for having us out there.
Yeah.
I'll be dropping some more photos soon of the event, but I wanted to obviously give a shout out to Emily and Tim from the Science Project Brewing Company. I think they were a little nervous. They've never done an event like this.
Really?
Never done something like this, and they were like, oh, we don't know. And I get there, and
You walk them through it. Yeah,
we had a big ass crowd. It ended up being really great. And for
That's
a first
good for
show,
someone like you can do that too for them, help them out, like walk them through it because you've done it before.
We tried. One of the things is that people get nervous, man, when they see the pre-sales and they're like, oh, the pre-sales, and I'm like, people pay the day of. It's just, it is what it
Walk-ins.
is.
Right.
If you see a pre-sale of like a decent amount of people, like if you get double digits pre-sales, usually you're like, okay, good, we're gonna be fine.
Yeah,
We're gonna be fine.
Right.
It ended up going really well, so I was happy about that. But we goofed off there, and then of course, I cannot go even another second without talking about an upcoming show. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's going to be Saturday, February 8th at 7 p.m. Now, I know this is a little early, but mark your calendars because it's going to be the BDR presents a hip-hop show. Ladies and gentlemen, Odd Unique, KK Call of Duty. I got to be careful not to put an extra K there. Dr. Strain, Erock. He's in the house right now. He's going to be there. John G. We just talked a little bit about Challenged by Greatness. He's going to be there as well. It's going to be hosted by the Kokomo Press and Larry, the producer. So you're going to see me and Brian hanging out there.
Where's
it's only
that at?
$5, and it's at Messy Gravis's Outhouse Records. We're hoping Outhouse Records survives until February.
Yeah, if not, we'll have the show on the street.
Right in front.
That December 13th show, man. We might burn it down on Friday the 13th.
Oh,
with
man, you guys are
Davis
gonna go
All
wild in
Master
there.
Hunter. Yeah, it's gonna be a good show.
I'm expecting. Did you send me that? Didn't you?
Yeah, I
gotta
sent you the
I'll pull
flyer,
it up.
yeah.
Let me pull that
Yeah,
up.
the
'cause
flyer.
I definitely want to bring that up. There's just going to be a show at Outhouse
You know what I
Records.
think about it now? Brian Foster did a video for Dan Masal too.
He did?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Damn
The
us all.
Echoes. Yeah,
They're the ones
the Echoes.
they're from Lafayette or Logansport.
Indy. Indy.
Damisol?
Well, 2 members are from Logansport, 2 members
That's what it is.
from Indy.
So I was talking to Maddie about it, and like we were talking about shows in Logansport, and he said he went to a show one time in Logansport, and it was Damisol's first show, and he was talking about how crazy it was. It was like 400 people out there.
Yeah.
So let's hopefully
we got the second show ever that Damisol is going to do.
But check that out as well. It's going to be at Outhouse Records. Damisol, Master Hunter, Omen Killer, Resin AD. That's actually coming up this next month. You got less than a month to prepare, but get it. It's going to be $10 at the door. Doors are going to open at 7. Music's going to start at 8 p.m. And the good news is, if you want to drink a little bit of liquor, downtown has started Dora.
Yes.
It's a designated outdoor recreational refreshment area. I don't know what it is. Something crazy.
Wait, how does that entail? Does that mean you can walk around?
Yes.
Outside downtown with the beer in your hand
with a Dora cup. It has to be in the Dora cup.
It has to be in a Dora cup. What's a Dora cup?
It's a little cup that has a QR code on it.
Okay.
And you can scan the QR code and it'll show you the map where you can walk.
Oh, that's
so you can walk from my place. You can walk all the way to the Fox's Trail.
Yeah.
And check out live bands there.
It's all specific businesses that are Dora approved.
Yeah, because then you can go to front of businesses and they'll say yes or no to Dora. They have a sign.
Yeah.
My place is yes because I want people to come in. With liquor.
Pause.
Yeah.
I mean,
pause.
There's not a better place to probably have it for sure. Because that'll work out really well.
Yeah, it's great, but the Dora is great, and the worst part is you do have to consent to the Boots guy coming and taking your shit if you do Dora. I don't know if you guys have kids. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Boots,
Explorer.
the monkey that fucks up shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm talking about Dora the show. What do you think I'm talking
It's
about?
not even been live action.
But by then, maybe by February, I might have my license by then, my riverfront permit, so I can sell beer and wine slushies.
You should do that because that'd make the show that much
wine
nicer.
slushy?
Wine slushies.
Throw me a wine slushie.
Never in my life.
What flavors are you gonna go?
No.
Gotta have cherry.
Kiwi, strawberry, a bunch of them.
Dude.
Yeah, a bunch of whatever you want.
When we were in Gas City, they do like seasonal ones.
Yeah.
And like when we were
Pumpkin
there,
spice.
they did apple cider.
Ooh, that'd be good.
They did wine slushy. So they did an apple cider, and I swear I was like fucked up off some apple cider wine. I was like,
Because I got the idea from Max. From Gasworks.
Yeah, Max, which is great. I love Max, man. I hope they end up fixing that venue.
Yeah,
it's
me
gonna be
too.
a fun venue. I don't know what's going on with
I
that.
like it. If you want liquor, like with your fancy drinks, you can go to the Coterie or Cooper's.
Right. Yeah,
If you want cheap beer and wine slushies, you come to Outhouse.
Yeah.
I love that.
$2 PBRs. Come to Outhouse.
I love it, man. I think it's going to be great I think it's a great idea to have like a Dora area because it does. Because if these businesses consent to it, consent matters. That's what matters to us.
Because it makes the pub crawl even better.
Oh yeah, absolutely, dude.
All that stuff.
And to have a real pub crawl, that's what's nice. Because I'll tell you something. When I was stationed in the Navy, and we used to do pub crawls all the time in Naples, because like that's where we were from. It was easy to walk. In
Florida.
One day, I get a whole group of people. They're like, "You got to go with us to a pub crawl." And I'm like, "Okay, cool. Where are we going?" And they're like, "Rome." I was like, "We're going to Rome." We rode the train to Rome. We did a pub crawl the whole night. I woke up at one point because we ended up in the catacombs.
Oh yeah.
At a fucking like nightclub in the catacombs, and like the photos I have from there, I look like I'm like I'm fucking out of it, dude. Dude was like, I was like, "Do you guys do vodka Red Bull?" He's like, "For sure." So like we were drinking vodka Red Bulls, getting hammered, and like they give you free shots every go. All the guys that were giving us tours were all British guys, so we were like British guys talking. It's hilarious. And then we're in the middle of Rome, and it ended up being so much fun that I woke up like at 4 a.m., 5 a.m. right before the train was getting ready to leave to go back to Naples on Sunday morning, and I woke up on the ground outside of the train station.
Oh my god!
There was a bunch of us out of there, and we ended up on the train. And I ended up figuring out that I called my girl at the time, my future ex-wife. I called her at the time and talked to her mom, and her mom had answered the phone, I guess, and she was like, "Why are you calling so late?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I'm drunk in Rome. When in Rome."
Methadone.
Goofing up. I didn't even know I fucking called them, so that was fun.
I hate when that happens when you wake up and you have voicemails on your phone. You're like,
Oh, yeah.
fuck.
But you have to have a good like pub crawl manager.
Yeah,
like
exactly,
the British people took care of us. They made sure we got back there, and then of course, like I went with a bunch of military police.
Right.
So they're like, "Hey, we'll just corral this fucker into." So I'm like,
Have you tried that Japanese sushi place?
down by Mojo's.
Right
No,
Mojo's.
but it looks delicious.
I've tried it. I'm not a fan of Japanese sushi. I guess.
don't think so?
Yeah, I didn't like. I don't know. I go try something different on it.
Yeah, it makes me wonder.
I gotta try different
I don't fuck with fish
palates.
like that.
Yeah.
I don't fuck with
buffet
fish.
right by where Hobby Lobby is pretty good. It's like Chinese cuisine.
Yeah.
They got
Hobby
a
Lobby.
robot there
Yeah,
that will bring you
A robot?
It's a
Oh,
robot.
dude, they're taking over.
They're
Jordan.
taking their job.
Let's go there and blow it up, Terminator style.
Trump was right. I'm just kidding.
Time the robot does not go where it needs to go, though. Like,
No. Of
we ordered drinks, and there was this poor dude just sitting there, like, I mean, he's indulging in some spaghetti, and he's just like, the robot was like, here is your order. He was like, what the f- is that?
Yeah, like-
Big-ass eyeballs in
That
its
would scare the
face.
shit out of me.
It looks like a creepy ass.
I would
cat,
kick
bro.
it too. I'd
Robo
probably
was like,
kick it.
here is your order. Would you like a happy ending? Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah,
Wrong setting.
yeah,
Wrong
it's
setting.
like,
We gotta
I
switch it back.
charged you twice. I charged you twice. I charged you twice. Like, shut the fuck.
Get out of here. Get out of here, robot. I don't like robots. No, I mean, the good news is from all that we're talking about here, downtown Kokomo is fucking
Yes, it
thriving
is.
right now.
Yeah.
Between Cooper's
Yeah.
Pub, Outhouse
And when
Records,
that hotel gets
Coterie. Oh yeah,
They
I'm
have a
excited.
conference center too that you
The
can rent
Hilton?
out probably. Yeah, Hilton. They're gonna have a conference center. You know, so you can rent out for bigger shows too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like comedy.
Where are they putting that at?
Right behind me.
Did you see all the construction over there, right by the police station?
I don't try and look that way.
Yeah,
No.
it's a Hilton. It's
Right
a-
by the riverfront.
Yeah, right by the river. It's at the Hilton
Okay.
Garden Inn and the Kokomo Conference Center.
It's where the old B&B used to be.
Yes,
but that was a
old
long
school
time
B&B.
ago.
Yeah, that's old.
That's where I got
school.
my license
That's
when I
what
was
me
16.
Too. Yeah, it's old school B&B.
Yeah, remember when you had to drive downtown when you did
Yeah.
now these kids get to drive like out in like the
Yeah.
neighborhoods.
Really?
I'm like, yeah, they don't
We
get
had a
to.
parallel park downtown.
I know. I don't think they have to now, right?
I
'Cause,
had
like,
to
Not
parallel
really. I
park.
do. I still in front of my store, but
Yeah.
it's funny watching Courtney try to parallel.
oh
park.
god.
Me and
I had
Matt,
a parallel
we're
park.
practicing, and it took almost a whole practice of her. And I'm seeing the van keep going back and forth, like pulling in and out. I'm laughing. I had to stop and go, "What the hell?"
You don't know what you're doing. You're a loser.
But she did. I mean, she cracked me up. I didn't think she'd make me laugh, but she made me laugh at the Marijuana movie.
Oh, she was very
Yeah,
funny.
she made me
She was
laugh.
very funny. I was accidentally racist downtown.
Oh yeah.
Did I tell you about this?
Uh-uh.
I was accidentally racist. I didn't know I was racist, but I was accidentally racist. You want to hear the story?
Yeah, I wanna hear it, yeah.
So I'm downtown and I'm parking in the garage, getting ready to go to the gym. I've been hitting pretty hard, and I'm trying
you
to
at
get
the Y?
focused.
You on the
at
Y?
the Y, at the
Yeah, get
YMCA
bumps in.
downtown, trying to work out. And so I go to park, and I'm getting ready to get to my spot. I see there's a spot open, and there's this guy, and he's like, can't. He's like backing in, and I'm like, this guy fucking sucks at driving. Like,
Courtney.
it's taking him for fucking ever just to back up into a spot. And I'm like, whatever. Finally, he gets in the spot. I go around him. I go to park, and I'm like, thank God, that guy sucks. And then I get out, and I go to look, and I'm grabbing my stuff out of the back, and I look over, and the guy's bent over this car, and it's straddling the line between handicap and not handicap. So like he parked in the middle of two parking spots after all this time of doing this, wasting my time. And I'm like, this fucking guy can't park. And I'm like looking at him, and I'm looking at his park job, and I'm like shaking my head. And then he looks up, and we lock eyes. Asian.
Of course.
Oh my God.
Shit.
I didn't know.
Shit.
I didn't know.
The Kokomo Korean.
I was unaware.
He's
Is
a
it really
Kokomo.
your fault though?
I know.
I don't feel like
accidental racism.
like
Yeah. Well, I wasn't accidental, but
No, I didn't know. I thought he was a bad driver before I knew he was Asian. Okay.
Exactly,
somebody
yeah.
gave him a license.
I know.
Someone signed off on it.
Yeah. It was not a happy ending. I'll tell you that much.
But no, have you talked to those Koreans downtown? They go
Yeah.
to the karaoke and stuff.
Dude, I was talking to
love
them
how they
about
say
it.
Kokomo.
Yeah.
They go
Kokomo.
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 They go, I love Kokomo. I'm like,
I
it's
love
Kokomo. And they go, Kokomo.
Yeah.
They go,
Kokomo.
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 I wrote the satire joke about how the Kokomo Korean Club did all K's and they didn't
Yeah.
realize what they were doing.
Yeah.
I got all fake.
Because I wanted to do that. It was the Kokomo Korean karaoke.
Oh God, no, we cannot do that. Downtown Korea karaoke.
Down,
Make the
Kokomo.
middle K backwards.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
See? Yeah.
We'll know what you're doing. the way Messy looks, you think he's getting away with it ever?
That's true. Well, if I have an Asian speak for me, having me in charge of it.
Put
I'm
my
gonna
face
make
in the
it worse.
background.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you get used for their campaign. Don't realize it's racist, and you're just like smiling.
I'd rather have the camera with dreadlocks.
God. The camera with the red. Let's see if we can get back to that. The camera with the dreadlocks. I thought camera's right. Typically, I move it. I forgot to move it. It's like, listen, I'll take that fucking beat, dude.
I think he's taking the beat. You're good.
Oh yeah.
I love it.
So Messy, as a man who's follically challenged, let's talk about your little follically challenged. What did you think about this story in the media? The John Stamos, Dave Coulier, bald cap controversy. What did you think?
he couldn't even shave his own head.
That's what I'm saying. Like he didn't. A lot of people were giving him shit about
He could
it.
have shaved his own head and donated that hair, and people would have paid millions of dollars for his hair.
Oh, dude, for real.
It's like not. He can go, not the hair, huh? After he shaves his head.
I'm Greek.
So disingenuous.
Yeah,
exactly. It did. Yeah,
Like,
it's like a pity party. That's how I felt.
My thing was, it was like, I mean, I don't care.
Wow.
Like if Dave's cool with it, I'm cool with it, right? If Dave cool is cool, and he was cool with it. But my thing is like, it's like performative like empathy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
My thing is the performative empathy. Like, hey, I've watched people go to like the barber get their head shaved at the barber for cancer, and then the barber shaves their head in solidarity. I'm like, you got to be better. A guy who's like one of your best friends, you got to be better than their barber of a guy who.
Well, it's also become more about him than it has him having cancer. Like,
I know.
And no one cares that he has cancer, and I'm like, this douchebag.
And Bob is dead, so Bob can't make fun of him for it.
Yeah, and the worst part about it is Maddie's not here to step on your joke. So what should they do with the cancer? What should they do with the cancer?
Cut it out.
Do you think they maybe could have had a conversation? And he was like, wear a cap. Don't cut your hair.
I'm sure he did. Or maybe they're capping. Hey,
they're probably capping.
No cap.
All right, sorry, I had to do it. No, honestly, I if they're happy with it, like, it doesn't bother me as long as they're cool with it. I wasn't trying to like. Yeah, I said it on the live, and I think people were like, but they're cool with it. I'm like, yeah, he's definitely cool with it. But also, this came out shortly after, and I need to talk about this. In the Supreme Court or whatever, the high courts of Britain right now, they have decided that calling a man bald is considered sexual harassment by law.
I've been sexually harassed a lot.
You've been sexually harassed, bro.
Yeah, dude, I need to get some.
Well, so the next time somebody calls you bald, be like, you're lucky you're not in England, bitch.
Well, similar to Fupa Punch, I mentioned I'm bald a lot. So am I sexually harassing them by saying I'm bald?
Yeah.
Do they shave their military?
Yeah.
So a bunch of sexual harassment in the military.
Harassed.
We've all been sexually harassed.
That's incredible.
Except for you. You haven't been sexually harassed yet.
Oh, no, I had to shave my head before.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry. When he turns
Mine
25,
was
he's
legit.
losing
My
that
mom
hair.
has cancer, so I actually saved my head.
Oh, okay. That's good. I thought you were gonna be like, I had a lice one time actually. I'm just kidding. I did, and I went to Elwood Haynes, and if you've been to Elwood Haynes, you know
Smellwood Haynes.
they live there.
Yeah,
No, growing up, man, I feel like every winter, everybody, it was like they were checking kids.
Yeah.
It was like wild as
That's
fuck.
why
They don't even do that anymore.
Really?
No.
Really? I say first time I had lice was because of school.
Yeah.
When I went to school.
So bad.
Yeah, they don't check your head, and they won't send your kid home for it either.
No.
What?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And I swear, my little girl, like, she'll get over her sickness. She goes right back to school and gets it
sick.
right
Yeah.
back.
Dude, it comes right back
And I'm
on
like,
you.
what the fuck?
You
know?
can't. The more kids you have, the more it hits you.
The only thing that pulls out is my recliner.
I'm showing my skin color right now.
Erock has, you have 7 kids.
Yes, sir.
So his name should be Ecock because that cock is rated E for everybody. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, Erock. I am a comedian. I'm just joking. Okay.
E-A cock. It's in the game.
Erock's cock. It's in the game.
It is the game.
Yeah, it is the
It
game.
is the game.
Man, my shit is retired.
Did you get a vasectomy?
Snipped?
No,
No.
I just learned to stop.
He's coming out of retirement. I'm just kidding.
I just stopped it.
Your pull-out game got better.
Yeah.
You have to come back home.
No. I got married, stayed faithful, and she got fixed.
Yeah.
Smart. That's smart. Yeah.
That's America. That's America, man. We're like, my girl got her tubes tied, and Brian one time was making a joke on stage about because he got the vasectomy. He went for it, and I'm like, he's like Simon Dempsey seems like as you saw. So we dropped the roast. I don't know if you guys saw. I did want to bring that up.
We
did drop the roast of Brian Allen West Jr. I know, dude. You were supposed to be on that one as well and couldn't do it. Let me see if I can find it because I know it's on here somewhere.
I think they're just picking on me. They just book shows they know that I'm booked for. I swear.
Stop being so popular, dude.
So
why does everybody like you?
I know, right?
we booked here it is. If you guys want to see a little bit of this. So this is the roast of Brian Allen West. I'm not going to play any of it, but you can kind of see a little bit of the roast day is here. You've got people showing up. This is the opening credits of it all. But it's the roast of Brian Allen West. Go check it out. It's on YouTube right now for absolutely free on the Kokomo Press YouTube page. We had a great time filming it. We had a great time releasing it. But one of the jokes on the show was Brian talking about Simon looking like the type of guy that would make his girl get her tubes tied instead of getting because he had 5 kids.
Yes.
And it's funny because I was like, ooh, that hit close to the heart. I caught a stray on that one.
You're like, ooh, dodged a bullet with that one.
I'm like, I dodged a bullet.
Gillis photo looks like the exact same description.
What one is it?
Yeah, it looks like he's like
Yeah.
What'd you say about that?
I make them at night.
I keep that on here just for just because every once in a while I got to throw it up there to be like,
yeah,
let's talk about jokes.
By far is one of my favorite. Shane Gillis.
Oh yeah,
my gosh,
he's gonna be in Indy soon.
Is he?
He's gonna be in Indy in April. Did you get
The
him?
only dude that made you wait to ISIS for half a second.
I know, right?
Dude, I got a tank. Let's go.
My favorite story is when he called me a juggalo cunt for drinking his beer.
Yeah,
That was a great story last night.
That's crazy, man. Tell that story to the people.
At Helium, because it was right when he got canceled. It
Yeah.
was like literally right when he got in trouble for he got hired on SNL, got fired the same day.
Yeah.
Right. And BJ Okerson was doing a show at Helium.
Okay.
So he wanted to take Shane with him around, kind of like get him out of the funk, And I'm sitting there with Big J smoking a joint. All of a sudden, and a Chevy Volts come up and it opens up and fucking Shane Gillis and Brian Six comes out from Philly, and I'm like, what the hell? And he goes, yeah, Shane's opening up for me. I'm like, hell yeah, that's cool as shit. And then at the after party, we hang out with Big J, we walk to a bar, and these girls are with us and stuff, and Big J's buying all the beers and stuff, and Shane thinks he's paying for the beer.
Yeah.
So I keep on like drinking Shane's pitcher, and
right.
I'm cock blocking Shane because I'm telling these girls, I'm like, see, look, he's bullying me. I'm trying to drink beer and he's bullying me. And he goes, and I drink my last cup, and he goes, are you drinking all my beer, you juggalo cunt? And I'm like, oh no, I guess. Yeah. I couldn't say nothing because Tony, my brother's with me. He's like, you do look like a juggalo.
Yeah, you do look like a juggalo guy.
Like, he's kind of dead on there.
He's kind of dead. And I am drinking all of his beer. So what is he? He's not saying anything
Brian
wrong.
Six was my favorite.
Yeah.
He's a weird guy, and he got in trouble for podcasting. He basically ripped a bunch of people off podcasting and dipped out.
Oh, wow.
Dipped out a lot of money and shit.
Is he the guy that did the Theo Von thing and pissed off? Oh shit, that's
Brian Six. From Philly. Go Birds.
I heard he's rebranding to Brian 7, so I think he'll be all right.
What did he do to Theo Von?
Yeah. Well, Theo Von and a bunch of those guys were on his podcast network, and then he ended up just not paying people.
Yeah, exactly.
Not giving them the money they deserve.
Ripped off a bunch of people.
Yeah.
They did a bunch of work for him.
That's the problem, like we were talking about earlier with even when you have people mixing and mastering your shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Is once you can't do something, you have to really trust the other person that's going to do it for you, because if you don't know, then you don't know, and you don't know what you don't know. And it's like, it can hit hard, man.
If you don't know, now you know.
If you don't know, now you know.
But all I remember is from Shane's show is when he was talking about the Special Olympics.
Yeah. So good. That's such a good bit.
So hard.
It's so good.
It's cool though. You watch him play in front of like 100 people at Helium.
Yeah.
And now he's playing in front of thousands of.
Yeah, and I heard Big J Okerson's opening in front of him.
Yeah. Big J just stays underground.
Yeah.
Like I've seen so many people like Nate Bargatze.
Yeah.
I'm hanging out with him at Skankfest. No one knows Nate Bargatze.
Yeah.
I've seen Nate.
I've
seen him.
He was a nobody. All of a sudden, Jay just makes all these people. He puts everybody over, but poor Jay can't get it.
It's just his style is hard to translate. He basically does like crowd work.
Yeah, that's all he does. Crowd work.
He's just as good at crowd work as like somebody like a Matt Rifer and Andrew Schultz.
Way better.
Oh, and actually, he makes it feel way more natural.
Yeah, and he's more disgusting.
Yeah,
I love that disgusting humor.
Right.
He's talking about blood belching and all that stuff.
Yeah, I'm like
From Success.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, man? We're here in the Kokomo Press Podcast, and we have an exclusive thing for you. Like, I talked to an artist named Talia Lynn. She wanted us to react to her new video she just dropped. It's called Be Talkin', and it's on her YouTube page, Talia Lynn Official. Go check it out. We're going to react it here with a group here. Of course, I've got Messy Gravis over here. I've got Erock over here, and I've got the BDR. We're all musicians. We've all done different things in the music industry, and we're going to check out this album. So let me know what you guys think about it in the comments below if you guys watch this, and let us know how you feel about it. We're going to watch Be Talkin' by Talia Lynn.
Crip walking. I like it so far. I'm digging this shit. Hold on, let me get comfortable. Her music?
It's hers, yeah.
That's nice. Damn, she got double dump.
I gotta go get a little lower, smaller, or we get too much ass.
Jesus. Is this? I was about to say, what's OnlyFans?
Yeah.
I literally said that.
She's on OnlyFans.
Of course. Damn, she's good though. though. Yeah. Too much auto-tune. It's all right. I like to use it once in a while, but too much.
She needs somebody to use it.
Yeah, I know. She needs someone like me to help her producer. Hit me up, baby.
I like the style.
Yeah, I do.
She shot the music video herself, and I actually think she did a pretty good job with it.
Oh, she did this. See,
and edited it herself and everything.
So that's awesome.
Back to the ad.
Yes, sir.
I think this is her first music video ever, her first song ever putting out, so it's not like...
Talking, all right. B talking. So it should be that P talking instead of B talking.
Yeah. That pussy B talking.
That P talking instead of P.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, she's good.
I fuck with it.
She's from Indy. Where's she from?
She's from Kokomo.
Kokomo.
Yeah, Kokomo girl.
Nice.
Yeah, very fun. We talked about it. She said she wanted to see if we would react to it. I said, we could try that out. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure this is her first song ever. She's never done this before in her whole life. She wanted to do something with music forever. She's a very creative person. I know she does art. She does like candles. She does obviously OnlyFans. Mm-hmm. I think she has over 100,000 followers on Twitter on OnlyFans, and she makes good money on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Any let's start. Like I like to do this thing called a positive sandwich. So let's start. Any positives that are popping up in your guys' heads? I mean, besides Messy's boner.
Yeah, my boner
popping up.
That should pop up. Like, I like the beat was produced really well. Like,
I love
like
it.
The beat,
Yes.
with the kind of trap, kind of I like that little trap beat. Very mixed really well.
I could definitely enjoy the beat. She in her music video, like it was enough different camera angles and like when she talked about certain lyrics.
Yeah.
That highlighted with the music video.
Yeah, so she pussy's talking, her pussy's.
Yeah, and she's like, it smells like diesel. She's like sitting there spraying, making a stank face. Like,
it wasn't
like
just about that's something I noticed too. Like she added her own. It wasn't just about her own movement of what she's doing. The fact we talked a little bit about it before we did this, and I didn't realize that the music was going to be hers. I think that is awesome.
Oh yeah.
Cool, yeah.
So she needs to get in touch with the artists around here.
So we did the first positive. Now let's go into what would you guys like? What's a critique? Like a critique?
Too much auto-tune.
Too much auto-tune. I mean, I think that's something a lot of people are going to say. I think when you're new, the fact that she used auto-tune, I mean, it was interesting. But I think everybody does now.
Everybody uses
it. To be fair,
use pitch correction.
Yeah.
Don't use auto-tune.
That's what you need.
Yeah.
That's what you need.
You gotta know how to use auto-tune.
Melodyne.
Like KK Call of Duty, I'll plug him real quick. He's almost like reminds me of T-Pain. Not the same like saying he's as good as T-Pain or worse or whatever. But he doesn't let the auto-tune use him. He uses the auto-tune.
Yeah, exactly.
Let it be a tool. Don't let it be.
Right.
But it's her first time ever, so she's probably overly critical of herself and probably just overdid it a little.
You could tell that was her first song ever because it feels like the beat wrote her versus her writing the beat. Like certain flows, like she had the right idea, but they didn't hit the pocket properly.
Yeah.
And I can see that. All I can say is I want a feature.
You want a feature? I want a feature. Hell yeah.
I'll swoop a post come out of retirement.
Well, let me throw a positive in there because I usually, like I said, when we do the positive sounds, I let you guys do the first half. The positive, we give a critique, a little bit less auto-tune. Try to not let the beat ride you. Not let the beat ride you. You ride the beat, which she was talking about riding as well on there, and it was very distracting.
Very good ass.
for doing everything herself. Fantastic. Let me just say that because I've seen a lot of people. I know a lot of good rappers that I really enjoyed that I've seen their first couple, and it's way worse than that. It's not even close. Yes. People don't understand how there's a learning process, a curve that you have to get into with music.
Yeah, she's singing on the beat.
She's singing on it. Yeah. She found the beat. She wrote to the beat. She fucking filmed her own music video.
Found a way to record it.
And honestly, with her doing like OnlyFans and that being like her source of income and what she does for a living, and she's really good at it. Great marketer. I think she's fantastic. She's been on the podcast twice before because she's just so good at what she does.
Yeah.
Not just shaking ass part, but also getting people to subscribe and do all things. That's not easy to do, man. We all do that shit. But the biggest thing for me, I would say, the one negative that I felt with the whole thing is in shooting it herself, she did get a limit. But the positive is she had like a really good aesthetic to it. That pink look, the lighting ended up being really good. You can tell she put love into it. You can tell she cared about it. And honestly, I like the hook. I like the hook. Yes. The hook is good.
I think she wrote the beat the best with that.
Yeah,
I believe that she believed what she was saying.
Yeah. And honestly, you can tell she's in the vein of like a Sexy Red or like a Cardi B. Like it's an overly explicitly sexual song. But honestly, with the ass shaking and what she does for a living, I think it was really good.
It's really good for its market. Absolutely.
Yeah.
My 100%. First ever song's still out, and I'll tell you what, it's fucking garbage. Especially even like her first song's way better than my first song. Hands down.
Yeah. Like, so Talia, in this room right now, you got the BDR rapper, you've got Erock rapper. These guys do their own music. I've been in music forever. Outhouse Records over here. If you ever want to do a live show, come out to Outhouse Records.
I want to put it on the February show.
Yeah, come hang out and do a song.
3 hosts. We'll have more entertainment.
Yeah, we'll bring more and more and more. Thank you so much for letting us do this, Talia. Go check her out right now on YouTube. Talia Lynn, very, very funny. Find her, check her out on Twitter. Check her out on OnlyFans. Check her out wherever. Go follow her because she's going to be doing a lot more of this. So very excited. Thank you for hanging out with us. We appreciate you letting us do this.
Yes, thank you.
Be Talking by Talia Lynn. Check it out. I did see this really scary story on if you saw gay people vape far more than their straight peers.
Thank God I stopped vaping.
I'm not going to confirm nor deny. I'm not going to vape in my pocket or not.
It's just something in their mouth. That's all it is. They need something.
It's an oil fixation.
Yeah, it's an oil fixation.
That's an oil fixation. Do you guys see the new Ben Stiller pickleball movie coming out?
No.
This is crazy. So he's doing it says Ben Stiller's pickleball movie begins filming a new Ben Stiller comedy movie centered around a tennis pro that has to turn to pickleball to save his club. Has started filming, and the former dodgeball actor is excited about the project. So
it looks like he couldn't get the rocks, so he got the other guy.
Yeah. That's the Cobras from the old. Did you ever watch Dodgeball?
No.
That's from
Cobras,
Dodgeball. It's another. So it seems like he's taking.
Yeah, the same movie.
It feels like he's taking like the kind of Dodgeball and then taking like Billy Madison? No. Happy Gilmore. Like the fact where he was a hockey player that had to turn to golf to save his mother's house.
Happy Gilmore.
Okay. It sounds like the same thing. So it's like he's taking those two things and then combining them.
And he was in Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, he played you shut your fucking mouth.
Now your back's gonna hurt. You just pull landscape.
I'm gonna give you a glass to shut the hell up. That thing. Yeah.
It's either gonna be a great movie or absolutely dog shit.
I think I'm excited for more comedies because we talked a little bit about Marijuambies, and one of the things that's died off because of Netflix and streaming is the low budget comedy film. So if we can get more of these, I'm happy. I'm on board.
I missed the what was it, like anywhere from 2005 to like 2015.
Judd Apatow owned that shit.
There's a good comedy called Dedicini Alfredo on YouTube.
Yeah, you can go check that out right now if you want. It's right behind Messy's head if you look over there. And Dedicini Alfredo's hanging out. But yeah, you can go check that out right now. Actually, Dedicini Alfredo, the trailer for Dedicini was right before Marijuambies. So did you see that at all?
I did see that.
That was our movie that we filmed. So very good time. We had honestly, I just love how it was very collaborative.
It was. I'm like seeing everybody that I knew. It was crazy.
Erock, what kind of movies were you thinking of when you're saying like what's a particular movie that you were like a comedy movie you watched in like the early
like 2000s? American Pie?
That would be mid 90s. Right?
Yeah,
no,
late 90s.
That'd be late 90s. Late 90s. Like 99 maybe.
My dad took me to that.
We're talking
I was in middle school.
Project X to Pineapple, the Pineapple Express to the Hot Tub Time Machine.
Oh, Judd Apatow.
I mean,
Judd Apatow.
Like so many people I've met that haven't seen the Hot Tub Time Machine.
So good.
They're amazing.
The first one.
I thought the second one was a good sequel.
They called it in. They dialed that one in.
But it was right at the end of when these movies stopped coming out too.
Yeah. True.
Because Zac Efron and
Neighbors.
Yeah,
with Seth Rogen.
Yeah, like those were the last ones that I can remember that were still on the borderline of the cringe, gross, like laughing, funny, party type of stuff.
The hardest I laughed at that Neighbors movie is when they were doing Robert De Niro night. Remember? But he was it was Al Pacino, and he dressed up as Robert De Niro.
Man,
these shoes? You talking about these shoes? What you mean these shoes?
Be Al Pacino night.
Yeah. Land of the Lost, the other guys.
Yeah.
Bro,
Old
Land
school.
Of the Lost.
Oh yeah, it was really good. God, I hope I get it. I hope I get it.
Huh? When did Paul come out?
Paul Paul?
Oh, it's Alien with Seth Rogen.
Oh yeah.
That was Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah,
stuff like that.
I thought you were talking about
Zombie.
Paul Blart, Mall Cop. I'm like, fuck yeah, dude.
So
Neighborhood Watch.
So I'm hoping the Marijuana Bees will blow up like Shaun of the Dead.
Oh my god!
I hope it does.
that.
It's really good, man.
Imagine
Honestly,
that.
I wasn't surprised. Like, surprised isn't the word because like I expected it to be good, but I guess surprised is the word. It blew my expectations out of the water.
The pacing I liked.
Yeah.
Because I'm very ADD.
Yeah.
And it kept me.
You're what?
ADHD.
What are you?
Resident AD and HD.
I'm in that same category, and it was
kept
like
me.
Every scene had a good joke going. Every scene had a good flow. The story was keeping my attention.
Oh yeah,
the funniness of it, the naturalness of it. I'm not gonna say it, but there was a certain scene that I was like, and I'm like, the fact that this plot had something like that
surprised you.
Yes, and I loved it.
Yes.
I want to talk about it so bad.
Like even the end credits.
I want to talk about it too. I'm like every scene. I'm this scene.
Yeah. The end credits. The fact that in the end credits there's a callback to earlier in the film, and it's just like a throwaway. It's not even part of the film, but it is. But it's a line that's just like becomes a thing that they put, and it's like he thought of everything. I was so excited and so happy to see the film and see how great it was because honestly. It's not very obvious and very that you don't know.
Right.
I've seen a lot of local stuff that's been okay, and I've seen a lot of stuff that's been horrible, and I've seen a lot of stuff that's been went past my expectations. But this one blew it out of the water. I can see this thing being on Netflix and actually having a life.
Yeah.
It could be on a streaming, and people would watch it and love it.
Yeah.
I need it on a DVD.
Oh yeah.
I want a soul copy of it. I want an Xbox copy.
Yeah.
Because it's really that. I love it.
And I even told Maddie, I go, if it does blow up, I was like, we can re-record Cannabis Dream and be like, no, that's the rights for that song. He has to buy that.
He's over trying to fucking rip him off. Look at him. Dude, your song could be throughout a whole movie on Netflix, and you're like, give me more money.
Yeah, exactly. No, just a cut. Just a cut.
Just a little baby cut.
Yeah, just a little baby cut.
I just want like 2%. Give me like a 2. There's 4 of us. Can we get 4%? Or 3 of us? There's 3%. Can we get something?
I'll take 0.3.
I know this is coming out. I don't know if you guys saw this, but there's going to be a brand new Anthony Jeselnik specials, Bones and All. It's going to debate. I think it debuts either this weekend or next weekend.
I always like his delivery. His delivery is dry pan. I always like that.
Like that deadpan dry delivery. Yeah,
I like that.
I don't know
dry
if I've
pan.
ever seen him.
Deadpan dryness.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Stupid dyslexia.
That makes me excited though.
Yeah.
He's a new special.
Well, he's been throwing a lot of shade. That's one of the things. Did you see that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's been throwing a lot of shade. Like he threw some shade at Rogan. He threw some shade. He's like a lot of comedians aren't comedians or are podcasters.
Ari
more than they
Shaffir.
are
Remember he
comedians.
gave Ari Shaffir shit when the Kobe Bryant stuff came out.
He's just. I remember him and Tim Dillon were going at it for a minute. That
Tim
was
Dillon,
interesting.
yeah.
He likes to cause a little controversy, and he knows how to sell a special.
Did I ever tell you my story with Tim Dillon?
No.
It was we were doing that Battle of the Bands.
Oh yeah,
and I'm watching Legion of Skanks, of course, and it was we didn't win the first time. We went through the second year. We made it to like the semifinals, I think. And then Tim Dillon was one of the judges, and we played Dwarf, and he's listening to Dwarf, and he goes, it sounds like one of these members are fighting for custody for their child. And I was fighting for custody for my child at that time. I was like, whoa, damn, Tim Dillon nailed it.
He's a fucking soothsayer. He's like, I fucking know.
Because I laughed about how wait.
He has a Netflix special too. He just had the Netflix the America special on Netflix that he did. That was like a talk show. It was really interesting. And then I know somebody who you're really interested in is Adam Ray, Dr. Phil.
I love
was on. He just dropped his special as well.
And Dr. Phil, the real Dr. Phil, was on it.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
I want to see that.
You guys huge fans of comedy at all?
Because
yes.
Well, like I said before the show, I saw Fluffy.
Yeah, you went and saw. He went and saw Gabrielle Iglesias.
Gabrielle.
I actually met Boston Connor from the Pat McAfee show.
He was telling me that.
Dude, that shit blew my mind.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Dude,
Pat McAfee.
So I was hanging out with a group, like we were a group of 4. We're having a conversation. They don't know fuck all about sports. So and I'm just talking about the show. I don't even think we were actually talking about the show, but we were having a conversation that had nothing to do with it. And he walks by. He's like, "Yeah, it was a great show, wasn't it?" Like, looks me right in my soul. And I was like, he walked by. I was like, wait a fucking minute. I was like, that's Boston. And I'm like explaining to them, like, he's from the Pat McAfee show. He's on the Toxic Table. Dude's great. And all I hear from like a city boy, I love you. I was like, yes.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Awesome.
That was better than the show. And the show was hands down like a solid 8, 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
But it was
better than me.
You're gonna drop the secret thing that you told me earlier about the show, though?
Yeah, I fell asleep.
love it so much. I love
bad
it.
boys. Back.
No, I don't blame you, dude. This sounds horrible, but I went and saw Rogan and Ian Edwards at like the Egyptian Room or whatever, and I remember halfway through Ian's set, I was like, dude, I don't know if I'm gonna make.
I fell asleep with David Cross.
Oh yeah,
I fell asleep.
He's hilarious.
David Cross. Yeah, he's
to
so
me,
funny.
comedy's hard to keep. And if you like I ate an edible before.
Yeah, well, I was on mushrooms, and I thought that would keep me up, and it fucking made me because there was more applause breaks than laughing.
Yeah, I hate that.
And I was like, this is boring. He kicked somebody out because someone said something mean to a woman.
Yeah, it was a TED Talk.
I can't remember. It was. I was tripping hard and I fell asleep.
Yeah, he was doing a TED Talk that night.
I was just like, bro, you're tired.
Last time I was like, man, I ain't watching this squeakle ever again.
Fuck all of them. Alvin, Simon, Theodore, fuck them all, and the girls.
I love David Cross.
I know.
I would say Martine's pretty underrated.
Who?
Martine.
Yeah.
He's actually like obviously Fluffy's like kind of put his name out there a lot and he opens their family and friends and shit, but like, he could have been his own comic without Fluffy's help.
Yeah.
Like straight up.
Really?
He had two other comics. I was awake, but I can't remember their fucking names.
Yeah.
You know who I miss? I miss Pablo Francisco.
Oh yeah, he was funny.
Remember Pablo Francisco?
Yeah, he's
got
got
the weird voices and shit.
Yeah.
I mean, Fluffy.
He lost his mind.
Very much. He does
drugs
a lot of
fucked his mind up.
Well, drugs.
Yeah.
Artie Lang doesn't have a nose anymore.
Yeah.
What about Michael Jackson?
What? Talking about racism?
Just lose it.
Oof. Eminem. He does look a lot like
the
him.
last comedy show I went to see was Joe List at Helium. He's funny. Have you ever seen him live?
He's interesting. He does that that podcast with Mark Norman.
Yes,
I think.
Tuesdays with Stories.
No offense. When I first listened to Mark Norman, I was like, he sounds so fucking horrible. He's got the Joe List is like that, but even worse. Oh my god!
Yeah,
he just got hit in the eye.
Mark Norman. I saw him, and dude, he's like a Rodney Dangerfield.
Yeah,
where he just won't stop hitting you with one-liners.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you're like, please stop telling me these fucked
I've
up
watched.
one-liners.
So there's this. I can't remember the name of the show, but there's a show on YouTube that's like 4 comics to like kind of tell you like how their process, and you learn a little bit.
Yeah.
Can't remember the name. Hot Breath. That's what. It's called.
Yeah.
Very good show. He had Mark Norman on, and he asked him, he was like, "Man, you're like." Jokes per minute is like probably higher than anybody in all of comedy, and he's like, yeah, it's because like I can't handle uncomfortable silence.
Yeah,
he's like freaked out by silence.
You roasted the shit. The first time I ever saw you perform, because a heckler was like,
was it you?
Yeah. I thought about it because I thought it was funny, but like you like handled the heckler so well.
Okay, so I can give you a little. His name was Chris. No,
I did. I think.
Have you been to a comedy show yet?
I haven't, and it sucks.
You can come out on a Thursday, dude. We hang out.
Before he tells, I can tell you this. Like I said, I saw Fluffy the other day, and like the quality is the same.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's pretty good.
I will stand on.
Yeah,
like, it's
we try to make it fun.
It doesn't have anything to do with not being. Thursday has at the beginning of the year we had the Thursday open mics at Club Obsession.
Yeah,
and then throughout the year I had done shows. I was doing a show for IUK. The Thursday specifically has been busy.
Hey, so we do showcases stuff too. I wasn't trying to shame you.
No,
shame. I'm just kidding.
I shame myself because I know.
Come out, hang out sometime if you can. We start. The show starts at the doors open at 7. The show starts at 8. We usually go to like 9:30, 10, depending upon how many comics we got. It's fun, man. We're gonna do it this week on Wednesday, Blackout Wednesday. We're gonna be doing like a charity thing. So we're gonna be giving out.
Producer.
Yeah, Larry. No, he's gonna be upstairs. He's gonna be. So we're gonna be doing 2 different shows. Larry's gonna be upstairs with his show, and we're gonna be downstairs. When we finish our show downstairs, he'll be starting.
Because Larry told me to come by Wednesday.
Oh
I was
yeah.
like, okay, I'll be there.
Yeah, he's doing Drinksgiving. We're doing a Blackout Wednesday. He's doing Drinksgiving.
So wait, somebody's upstairs?
Yeah. So if you've been in Cooper's, they've got the front room,
correct?
Which I just call like the pub room, like the bar room, and then they've got the main room in the back. Well, downstairs, and there's a door. When you walk in the front door, you can go right in the building, or you can go downstairs. There's an actual like an event room down there, and there's another bar, which is the Comedy Den. That's where we do our comedy. So we do that typically every Thursday down there. Like I said, doors open at 7, and we have music playing, and we goofing, and then at 8 we start the comedy. We're gonna do it on Wednesday this week, and then they're gonna be doing Drinksgiving upstairs. So we're gonna do a little bit, but we're gonna be raising money for like a food shelter and stuff.
Nice. So I'm gonna do my open mic, take some time, and then go up there.
Yeah,
drink.
You should come do open mic, because like we were, one of the things we were talking about is like just trying to like get as many people in there just to fuck around for a little bit, and then we'll be done by 10. So I don't think his starts until 10.
Wednesday,
10:30.
the Wednesday before Thanksgiving is starting to become one of my favorite holidays.
Oh yeah, Blackout Wednesday is the shit.
I like it.
But yeah, if you can come out if it's easier on a Wednesday, this will be the week for you, because we won't do it on Wednesdays.
I'm definitely going to do everything in my power.
And the best part is, other than the charity aspect of it, which like we're trying to get everybody to bring like a non-perishable food item or money if they'd rather do money, but it's free other than that. Like you don't really have to pay. It's free. But yeah, we goof
and they
off.
got good food. I would suggest get some wings. That spicy garlic
You always
thing.
get wings. It never fails.
I'm telling you.
I know your order.
But I will say, I do want to go back to what you said about me heckling the heckler, because what happened was the week before, or a couple weeks before, we had a full house. Like, it was huge. And one of the comics that we had in Logansport, Max Haddad, had come out, and we had a guy in the front row, and he was disruptive the whole time, would not shut the fuck up. His name was Chris too. Yep. It sucked. It was horrible.
Of course that dude was horrible.
Chris.
And he was fucking up like I could timing. Not. I was fucking up my time, fucking up everybody's timing, and Max ended up walking. We ended up walking him out because Max made him upset. But I couldn't say anything to him. Like, I was trying to be nice because I'd found out before the show that he had lost his nephew suddenly, like his little baby nephew, like 6, 7, 8 years old. So I wasn't going to be mean to him. I knew he was going through something.
Right.
So I was like, I'm just going to, I accepted defeat. But that night, I didn't know who it was.
It was Pain.
But somebody said something.
That poor kid got the last.
It was him. He said it was him.
I was in the back. The guy was in the front.
Okay, cool. Gotcha.
And it was just, I couldn't even see the dude's face.
Oh, yeah.
You could just tell after you talked, he was like, I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, because that guy said something about I said something and they said Mark Norman. I was like, oh yeah, good Mark Norman. I just gave it back to him. And I was like, you want to do his whole set? Come on. I was fucking around, but like I was already in a place mentally where I was like, if anybody fucks with me tonight, because I need to.
You're like,
I want to do my job. Yeah, easy motherfucker. I'll put you in a hole like Shia LaBeouf. Just do it. Yeah. I'll fucking put you down there. No, when I was younger, when I was in middle school, I apparently looked a lot like Shia LaBeouf when I was young and skinny, and they used to always call me that. Like, hey, look, it's fucking
Shia LaBeouf.
No, they would call me Even Stevens. They wouldn't even call me his name. Yeah. Hey, it's Even Stevens.
Hell no.
And then my son put up a side-by-side of his mom and dad on TikTok and was like, well, this is where I came from. And somebody was like, your dad looks like Even Stevens. It's like, motherfucker. God damn it. Still getting it. Still getting it 25 years later.
Dude, I looked like Woody Harrelson so much when I was.
Oh, hell yeah.
Because I had braces before, and I had the fucking gap. When I shaved my head, I was in a wheelchair too, so I looked like a crack.
What are you in a wheelchair for?
Oh, I just was born, pretty much.
Born in a wheelchair?
No, I have a disease called mitochondrial cock syndrome type 4, and it deteriorates all the muscle.
Say that 5 times fast.
Yeah, mitochondrial cock syndrome type 4.
Did you just say mitochondrial cocksucker?
Yeah.
This motherfucker said cocksucker.
It's
mitochondrial cocksucker.
Cock syndrome, like COX.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, same
plural.
Mitochondrial. So mitochondrial is like your blood cells. The way they
energy.
Yeah, the powerhouse of the cell. But that's how you take in like oxygen and shit, and it keeps you young.
It's the mitochondrial cell is a cell that when you eat food and stuff, it's the cell that breaks down your enzymes and stuff and gives you energy.
Yeah.
So like mine is, I've been yawning, if you haven't noticed, throughout this entire show. I'm always fucking tired. No, that's what pissed me off, because I was like, man, stop yawning.
Okay, Post Malone, always tired over here. I'm just kidding.
If I can
get on your eyes?
I'd be tired too, shit.
No, it's funny, because I know, so mitochondria is like, if you fast, that's how you replenish your mitochondria. So people eat too much. So your body can't replenish your mitochondria at the same time that you're digesting, because it's what digests your cells. It actually is what gets rid of, like, the mitochondria. If you go through fasting, is what helps like destroy the bad mitochondria so that you don't age so quickly. So it's like anti-aging properties and shit. So I know, like, do you fast regularly to like help your mitochondria?
I ain't used to intentionally, but after I became a server, and then now I do like landscaping and shit. It became a habit to fast for like
in the morning.
I fast for like 10 hours a day damn near, and then but it doesn't help because I just fucking gorge at the end of the day.
Yeah,
I come home at like 6, 8 o'clock, and I'm eating 3 meals worth.
Everything.
Yeah, I swear to God. But I also look like I'm 15, so I'm like I said, I'm waiting to hit that wall.
Yeah,
you know.
Well, at least you have your hair on like Woody Harrelson. You know
for now.
So,
I mean,
is it going?
I told him 25.
I got a big ass forehead. No, it's going to go keep
25 is going, bro.
Yeah. I got lucky, man. So far, I'm holding on.
Bald. 25.
Super lucky right now.
Yeah, you're 32.
I'm 29.
29.
As well.
Apparently, he's not as lucky as he thought.
No,
29.
Physically with the kids.
I'll say the kids ages him a lot more.
Well, I think my head. He told me this already, and in my head, I was like 7 kids. There's no way he's really 29. And then I'm like, yeah, he is. Yeah. Black don't crack.
Have you done crack?
No.
Oh, Black does crack. Black just doesn't crack.
Oh yeah. Speaking of that, Mike Tyson. You know, I won $200 on that.
He should have done
200, dude.
I bet
you talking about this guy right here?
That guy right there.
No,
as soon as they said 11-ounce gloves.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll put money on it because those are pillows.
Yeah.
You know, they're not going to hurt each other.
Who'd you put it on?
Jake Paul.
Okay,
JP.
Yeah. Well, that's funny because Sean D, who was our feature last night, who we all know he does comedy locally, he put like $1,500 on Jake Paul. He ended up making a shit ton.
Yeah,
so he doubled his money. So.
Yeah, see, I made 200.
Yeah, I feel like when you know it's rigged, you can just put the money on it. Yeah, whatever. You know?
That's so smart.
But it was crazy because everybody, I was like, no one else saw it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, they're not going to knock each other out. You know, they're worth. You know, they're getting paid millions of dollars just to go a sparring match.
Yeah, it's basically just like.
And then I'm like, JP is going to out-endurance him because he's younger. That's all it is.
Say Mike Tyson made $20 million off of that to get punched in the face 200 times.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I'll take it.
I'll take it too.
I'm not hating. I would have done the same fucking thing.
Did you watch it?
I watched the entire event.
Did you watch it on Netflix?
Yeah, we watched it at the shop.
I was very disappointed.
We were at the shop after the show, and we're all surrounding the TV yelling at it. And I'm the only one there yelling for Jake Paul. Everybody else like,
I got money on it. Shut the fuck up.
Even Cooper is next door. He's like, man, you're a fucking idiot betting on Jake Paul. I'm like, yeah, you'll see.
I had to bootleg just to watch it. I had to get on one of the extra
meth streams.
Yeah.
Hey, don't be right now like that.
That's exactly the one that I used too.
This motherfucker over here bootlegging Netflix. What the hell?
I had Netflix and it wouldn't load. It was ridiculous.
WWE, you can watch any.
You need to put that in a rhyme of yours. Bootlegging Netflix.
WWE, yeah, they're gonna be on there.
Without Netflix,
had to do that.
I'm not gonna say the link again because I want to keep using that
don't
shit.
say it. Yeah, don't say it.
Those two links that are provided that
I
you
love
can
them.
use.
You just gotta make sure you exit the screen when you hit play on it because it opens up another screen.
Yeah,
exiting that screen out.
If you want to watch any live things, just go to kokomopress.shop right now and get your shop Outhouse.
Shopouthouse.com.
Shopouthouse.com. kokomopress.shop. No, it's great. I do have a couple more things I want to hit into, and then we're gonna wrap this up because I do have to spend time with my kids at some point if I'm going to. You know, if I have to. First off, did you guys hear about the YouTuber Rosanna Pansino? She revealed she was smoking her father's ashes as his dying
That's
wish.
hardcore. Is she Italian?
I hope so. She looks Italian.
Is that
Italian?
incest?
That sounds like some European. That's some European
Is
shit.
that incest?
No, because they're not having sex.
Well, you're dead.
You know, I read it earlier.
It's
Actually,
necrophilia.
well, before this, if you're fat and and they cremate you,
Yeah.
it can be flammable. Like,
Oh God.
Yeah, blubber fat. Yeah, that's they use whale blubber for candles.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you just equate fat people to whale blubber? What you said was worse than what he said.
Well, I'm fat. I'm allowed
But
to
you're
say
right.
it.
You're right. I know, right?
But
You
you
have
said
fat
if they're
privilege.
not having sex, it's not incest. So if they give cunnilingus, is that not incest to you?
Well, no, it's
So
still
you just think your
sex.
mom
That's still
died?
sex.
But what if that smoking her dad's ashes what kills her?
It's oral.
Well,
Dang,
it
she's
turns
sucking
out. It turns out what she did is she used her dad's ashes sprinkled over like the soil to
that
grow
don't
the
count.
wheat. I'm like, this
That
bitch
don't count.
lying.
Yeah,
She
that
just
don't
wants
count.
a little
Yeah,
bit
that
of
don't count.
clout.
Craziest way you smoke something.
I agree. She's lying. She smoked the ashes.
Because when I die, I want people to put me in ashes and put me in bullets, and then people commit suicide with my ash bullets.
Oh yeah. When I die, I want them to bury me inside the Louis store
How dedicated are you?
because all I want for my birthday is a big booty hoe.
A big
I want them
booty
to lay
hoe.
me down on a bed of roses. No, I'm just kidding.
She got a big booty, so I
Slowly.
got it. So I created this. What do you guys think about this? This is a fun thing that I made myself. It's called the Trump-themed Friendsgiving. Everyone grabs one item at random from their kitchen cabinet and brings it in with them to dinner. It can be an appetizer, entree, or a dessert item. Absolutely no qualifications from the cabinet, as we know. And everyone combines their items into one dish, and everyone has to eat at least one bite. What do you guys think? Would you do it?
Yeah.
Would you do it?
Yeah.
Pretty crazy. It's like,
Only if you fix his ear. There's too much of it there.
oh.
I got a little bit of controversy where I said that. I go, America will never elect a woman president unless she has a penis.
I felt that. I feel that so hard.
It has to be a transgender woman. That's the only way America
There
will.
are women that don't want women.
Exactly.
In
All women
power,
hate
dog.
women.
Women hate women more than
Yeah,
men hate
exactly.
women.
Yeah, legit on a legitimate.
And women
end.
hate hearing that.
Oh my. Yeah, they do.
Did you bet on the
Sorry,
election? Could have
ladies.
won $200 more.
I did bet on the election, actually.
Yeah.
You could bet on the
you can bet on the election.
Yeah.
I didn't know
That's
that.
fucking
Yeah.
wild.
I put all my money on Jake Paul on accident on the election.
I thought Kanye was still running.
Yeah, you can bet on wrestling. You bet on anything.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd bet on the rest.
Yeah. Well,
Hey,
if
John
you
Cena
can
bet
see
on
it, like I saw the Bloodline versus Bloodline a mile away.
Okay, so you knew how
So
that-
yeah, so
yeah.
I was like, betting on that.
You knew Cody Rhodes was winning too.
Yeah, so
Well, they had just did the Nightmare.
Yes.
The Cody
Yep.
Rhodes Nightmare DVD thing.
Be able to
for
bet on
Yep.
surprise appearances. WrestleMania.
They can. They do shit like that.
Undertaker's
Yeah.
going to show up tonight.
You bet on the coin toss of football games.
Well, if we're going to talk a little bit about wrestling, we obviously have to bring up the fact that this weekend coming up at Outhouse Records, you can come to the In Your House party. It's live music, live podcast, independent wrestlers, wrestling costume contest, games, prizes, tons of prizes. November 30th. 2024 at Outhouse Records. That's 109 East Sycamore in downtown Kokomo, only Indiana. Over $1,000 in prizes will be raffled off. And the greatest thing about it is it's an all ages event. That's from 2 to 5 p.m. There's so many donating sponsors. Can't even throw them on there. I do see the Kokomo Press. That's all that matters to me. Just kidding. Outhouse Records. You got Kokomo Toys and Collectibles, Cooper's Pubs. You got Brent from Famous Cuts. You just got Wrestle Arts, Kim the Chemist. You've got so many great sponsors. AWR. It's only $5. It's freaking $5, and you can go in and hang out for this. It's from 2 to 5 p.m. It's a 3-hour. And then afterwards, you can go watch Survivor Series, which is what it's themed after. It's going to be the Survivor Series event. Again, that's at Outhouse Records. That's 109 East Sycamore in lovely downtown Kokomo. If you want to drink, go down to Cooper's, fucking drink, Dwarf Cup. Go down there, enjoy the time. It's $5, but over $1,000 in prizes. And I did find out about one particular prize that I want to talk about. I don't know if I'm supposed to give this out, but I'm going to, because if you've stayed this far into the podcast, you get to find out some exclusive fucking shit.
Okay.
They have a signed pop by Kurt Angle.
No
Kurt
way.
motherfucking Angle.
Perk Angle.
Intensity, integrity, and intelligence. Get your asses out there, man. $5. Going to be a fucking wonderful event. It's the first event.
Belt.
And the WWE Championship belt.
You can try and win it.
Guess who it's being hosted by? Courtney motherfucking Richardson of the Kokomo Press.
If she can parallel park.
She'll be late. Parallel parking.
She's got to show up early when there's no cars there. Just pull
Exactly. Just go forward.
Yeah, she'll be there first.
3 hours early, so you don't.
No, I'll be blocking. I'll have that Asian guy block multiple parking spots for her. I'll have him. I'll talk to him.
Is it because he had a stroke, so he was parking half-handed?
He's like, I don't know what I'm doing. It was like half of him's handicapped. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
it's like Peter Griffin when he gets.
Hey guys, it's me. I'm Jim Ross. That's another half-stroke face guy. Yeah. My God, this guy can't fucking park. My God,
it's gotta be Kane.
He's broken into.
Linda McMahon is now Secretary of Education. Fuck, that's insane. That's insane. I'm excited though, dude.
She was the first Trump year. She was in charge of small businesses.
Yeah, she did good. Yeah.
She did good.
I honestly don't think she'll shit the head at all. I mean, shit the bed. I keep doing that. Don't shit the head.
She might shit on the head. You never know.
I know if Vince was there, he'd shit on the head.
Vince is shit in the head.
All right, and then I got this one. This is another one I wanted to bring up to you guys. Everybody's been freaking out.
What the fuck?
Ruoff Music Center will begin charging concert goers to park in their venue in 2025. Stupid. Here's how much park. It's $25.
And you can't bring in your own chairs too.
No BYOC.
Yeah, you can't bring your own chairs.
Why would you?
They're charging you for parking, and then because I go to a lot of metal shows there, and they won't let you bring in chairs because they're metal heads. Because the first time I saw chairs was at the Creed show.
Yeah,
and I shit you not, I go, what? I always made the joke because we go to the Ruoff Music Center, and it has free, or it says chair rentals.
Okay,
yeah,
and I go, that's funny. They don't have fucking chairs here. You know, I've been there for decades, all metal shows, never seen a chair. I go to Creed, everyone brings their own chairs, and you can rent chairs. I saw the renting chairs, and I went, oh my God, the myth is true.
It's true.
You can actually rent a blue chair that says Ruoff Mortgage Center on it. I was like,
so if we're talking Creed and we're talking the fact that this just happened and you just found out about it. Well, I just heard the news today. Seems I'm parking. I'm going to have to pay.
They were so good live. I don't give a shit what you say.
They're really good?
They're really good live.
That's the GOAT artist. I'm not going to that.
And it was funny because my brother was in Chicago watching Lamb of God at the same time, and we're sending each other videos. He's sending me Lamb of God video. I'm sending him Creed video.
You guys are like, you're live streaming both concerts to each other on FaceTime.
And the live show kind of looks similar.
I saw somebody do that at Marawambi's. They were like live streaming like to somebody. I was like, I want to kick that guy out. I'll beat his ass.
There was one guy that, because he was sitting, me and Tu-Wyte had sat in the back, and there were, and a lot of the guys that were in there were in that back, out there in the back. And one of the, I think he was I can't say.
Yeah, but somebody was talking to me about him last night. Apparently, he does live streams. He got permission, not for to do the movie, but to do the other stuff.
Yeah, that's cool.
I was really weird. I didn't want to take any photos because he said no video.
Me too. I don't take photos either.
I took some at the end in front of the banner, and I took some of Dwarf because I'm like, the big thing was like they didn't want the venue to get in trouble if people were partaking in CBD because we were all smoking CBD. That's what.
A lot of CBD,
but it had nothing to do.
DBC.
Yeah, a lot of gummies too. I had a lot of DBZ
gummies.
Yeah.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
That guy died.
CBD with Dragon Ball Z.
Yes, CBD at Dragon Ball Z.
Mm-hmm. Did you see?
You collect all the. That's going to be the next marijuana. We're going to collect all the marijuana balls or whatever. Marijuana balls.
Well, no, I went to the dollar store in Washington, and behind their the cigarettes where they have locked up, they have Pokemon balls.
Yeah.
And I went, can I smoke those? And she's like, no, we keep them back there because people were stealing them. I'm like, oh, okay. I was like, ooh, Pikachu. That shit smells bad.
That's fucking hilarious, dude. I'm trying to get blazed like Charizard in this bitch, dude. Charizard's up there.
Char.
Anyway, you guys want to plug anything else before we head out? Obviously, check out Erock on Beacons AI. Check out his YouTube on Spotify, everywhere you listen. Deezer, fucking SoundCloud. Check out the BDR on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram.
Anything, literally anything.
Go check them out. Follow them, dude. Give them some follows. They definitely deserve it. They've been working hard on music, and obviously come out to the shows that we're going to be having. Obviously, there's a show, Outhouse Records this weekend, the wrestling show.
December 13th.
You've got one on December 13th, and then obviously in February. We're all going to be hanging out that one. You'll be there. You'll be there. You'll be there. Yeah, I feel like the Wizard of Oz. And you were there. And you were there. And you were there. And we're all going to be fucking hanging out. Yes. But anyway, let me go and shoot this up. My name is Jordan Grainger. I'm the host of Kokomo Press Podcast. This week, my co-host is
Messy Gravis.
Messy motherfucking Gravis. Outhouse Records. Check him out. Over here in my green chair, we have Erock. Check him out, man. Go find him out on everything. It's Erock. And then, of course, the BDR, aka Ricky Sample. Come hang out with us, man. We're going to be fucking around the next couple of months. Come out to the open mic, come out to the shows, and then keep an eye out because our holiday special is coming out.
Follow Resin AD.
Follow Resin AD. Follow Master Hunter. Follow Dwarf Among Midgets. Follow Grey Garden. Follow Dedicini Alfredo. Follow Jesus. We love you guys. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Shop, Kokomo Press Shop.
Yes.
Love you. Thank you for watching the Kokomo Press Podcast. We really appreciate you hanging out with us. If you enjoyed the show, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, share, and tell all your friends about it. Because when people know about us, we get to continue to bring new, great, exciting things to you. And if you really want to support us, you can actually go on to Facebook and you can become an official subscriber. It's only $4.99 a month, and you get a lot of access to us. You get to tell us good jokes, tell us all the things you want to, and you're going to get access to new videos, merch, all kinds of things. And if you just want to support us in another way, maybe wear a shirt, wear a hat, something like that, check out kokomopress.shop. It's a brand new store we have set up. It's got all our merchandise needs. It's going to have limited run t-shirts, limited run hats. Go check it out right now. Thank you so much for hanging out with the Kokomo Press on the Kokomo Press Podcast. See you soon. 2 kisses.